Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome. It's Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com. We are live from the BMW of Atlantic City studios. BMW of Atlantic City, roll back to 17 of the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of AtlanticCity.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgozzo, Brian Wilson, DB. I just went DB this week. Rob Povey on the ones and twos. Every Sunday we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make them yours, Gibson Mayer, LLC. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. The end of the show, 5 questions with the Pove. Sixers winners of 4 straight, tied for the 8th seed. Is it officially time to start trusting the process? Talk about that later on in the show. National championship game Monday night. Georgia, Bama, SEC Powers.
Giddy up.
Exciting. We'll give you predictions, players of the game, all that later on in the show. Jags, Bills predictions. Saints, Panthers predictions. We'll win you more money like I did for you yesterday. I'll win you a little more today. Maybe not. Break down all the NFL wildcard games yesterday. Go over another Chiefs collapse. And can the Titans, because they can run the ball, maybe steal a game next week? We'll talk about that. Probably not.
I think DeMarco Murray being hurt was huge for them.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry, a grown man.
I'll tell him, Sweet, don't even play DeMarco Murray if he's healthy. It's going to be heavy Eagles, boys.
He's allowed to go on every ride in an amusement park.
Absolutely.
He's a grown-ass man.
Every ride.
He's definitely.
And his kids are allowed to.
He's tall enough and old enough to ride the ride.
He's an issue.
Eagles face Falcons, NFC divisional round, which is exciting because we found out before coming on the show.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about it.
We would be an unknown right now going into we play Saints, we play Panthers, and there'll be a lot of back and forth of unknowns. We know now, baby. And they're 1-7 playing in Lincoln Financial Field since 2000. 0-2 in the playoffs. Can we make it 0-3?
The team we wanted to see.
That ties right into the poll question. Will the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Atlanta Falcons? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. Yes or no? Real simple. And we'll get to all your comments, questions, concerns, everything, baby. We're going to be rocking it. Mandingo Rag, good morning, fellas. I'm worried a little. I hope Doug got a game plan for Nick. Well, we hope so too, Mandingo. Good morning, brother. Justin DeFalco, what's up, fellas? Fly, Eagles, fly. Deion Brown, good morning, gents.
The Cowboys crawling on the ground over here like a roach.
Let's talk about it.
Athletic Pove right there.
That was. He got real. I was like, what is he? Is he crawling over there?
Ninja. You're a ninja.
That's great. Oh, it's spectacular.
Wells, keep talking.
Yeah.
What are we? No, people can't hear us?
We got it. We got this.
Oh, shit. What's up, Brian Daly? Obviously, we want the defense to get to Matty Ice, yes. And I hope people can hear me right now. Their offense does have a lot. Listen, Atlanta's playing good ball. I think we would all agree that Atlanta's playing good ball, 7-2 in their last 9, but historically have not played well against us in Philly. So let's keep that trend going.
Yeah, it's hard for a dome team to fare well in the cold weather this time of year, and especially you look at the a 6 seed. It's traditionally a tough road because now the Falcons last week they have to go out west to play the Rams, and they've got to come back east and play in that cold weather out of that dome. It's just tough to keep up that momentum. It's a hard road for 6 seeds.
No, it's probably not going to be as cold as we hope, but still.
It is. But, I mean, like, it's not like they never play. Like, that was the whole thing. That was a knock on Peyton back in the day, too. Like, these guys do their things in the dome. Like, they play outside the dome as well. So, but I understand the argument. It's not just you. Everybody says that. So, I mean, there's facts to it, too. So, but – it is what it is. If you can run the football and
even
play
when
defense,
they were good, though, we always play well against them for some reason. Last year we handled them pretty well.
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Vic came in here and took a shit all those years ago, and then, and obviously last year was just a regular season game, but still, Eagles weren't the team they are this year.
No,
and
they're not.
And they shut them down with, like I said, they were scoring 30 points a game.
Yeah, I was going to say they had a much better offense last year, and we still came in and shut them down.
Yeah.
They came in and we shut them down, so.
Yeah,
I think our defense is going to play well. I'm more worried about our offense playing well. I think our D is going to play fine.
Yeah, they have similar.
Listen, we got a little sound, sound hiccup. So people on Facebook who didn't hear us right away. Our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. Would the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Atlanta Falcons Saturday night? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, A2D Radio. We'll get you all your questions, answer them all. But back to what you
questions,
guys are
concerns. What are you thinking? We're thinking the defense is going to play well, and we're going to need the offense to come in and play well. We want Nick to take care of the ball, okay? Maybe hit a couple big plays, but for the most part, I want him to just take care of the ball. Let's run the football, because I think we can run on this team. I know they stopped Gurley, but we have more. I feel like Gurley is the kind of back they can stop because Deion Jones, they're quick. They got quick, small linebackers. They get to the outside. I think if we punch them up the middle, punch them in the mouth, I think we can run the ball pretty well on them. And I want us to. I want us to run the ball a lot.
I love it. Everybody's saying they can't read lips. We didn't expect you to. You know what I mean? That's on us. That's on us, and we're apologetic because we're not.
We don't apologize to anybody.
We're not Braille.
Learn how to read lips.
We're sorry for no Braille around. But
it's 2018 with no subtitles.
Everything we were running through. We're going to talk later on. Sixers winners of 4 straight. Can you officially trust the process? Where are the Brett Brown haters? They can go to bed for a little bit. 5 questions end of the show with Rob. Who wins national championship game? Georgia, Bama, Jags, Bills, Carolina Saints predictions, and break down NFL wildcard games yesterday, and heavy Eagles, Falcons, and what do the Eagles need to do to win this football game next Saturday night? So we're getting all that. People, Lenny Robinson, if Sweep's wearing a Browns hat in honor of the 0-16 parade.
Syracuse.
That's a Syracuse hat, Lenny. Let's relax.
Rob Brinkman.
They did blow a game yesterday, though.
Rob Brinkman, I don't see how the Eagles scored 21. Defense needs to keep a good offense to under 20 points. Sorry, I just don't see it. Deion Brown, yes, 27-17 Ajayi. Big game. And Shaquan Gitters, Nick needs to step up and play over the top.
I mean, we definitely need Nick to step up. We definitely need Nick not to make mistakes. I'm more worried about him not making mistakes. I don't want to see him throw interceptions. Obviously, we didn't get a lot of confidence from him playing against Oakland or the quarter that he played against Dallas, but let's just leave that in the past. Let's not worry about that.
The narrative changes if Torrey Smith catches that ball, right, boys?
Yeah.
Like you look at that game.
Yeah, they have a good drive there.
But he's probably out of the game after that drive. You might score a touchdown. You're coming away with points. But the narrative changes throughout the week that we're not like, oh, my God, he can't play at all. Oh, my God, he stinks. He's this bad. He's that bad. He's this bad.
Well, yeah, look at this.
He's not even comparable to be able to be an NFL quarterback. No, he is.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago, we're talking like, we're worried about the defense. The defense hadn't played well in over a month. And all of a sudden, everybody's on board with the defense again after 2 pretty good showings, and then the concerns back on Nick. We act like Nick Foles has never played good football before. We act like the games against the Rams and the Giants didn't happen. He didn't throw 4 touchdown passes just 3 weeks ago. People have such short memories, but I'm not telling you there's no reason not to be concerned. But at the same time, I think over the last few weeks, people have just really ignored a lot of the positives that Nick Foles has had in the weeks before.
Welcome to Philly.
Yeah, and if you think Sudfeld should play over Foles, just get a clue, please. Don't even bring it to us
because
we'll fucking smack you and send you home crying.
A lot of A lot of soccer. Just stop watching football. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't realize,
I heard there's a
if you don't
Premier League
realize-
game on in an hour. All right, go check it out.
If you don't realize that the whole playbook was, you want to talk about cut in half, I'll go a step further than cut in half. Okay? I mean, you're talking about all we're running is slants and outs. Okay? All they're doing is manning you up. You have no reads to worry about. And you're going to talk about this guy should be playing in a divisional round game that is at home over a guy who's been a pro's pro, essentially, and has been up to a Pro Bowl. Like, just stop.
A guy that's
I'm not-
played in the
I am
playoffs
not-
before.
I am not crowning Nick Foles by any stretch. But what you saw the last, let's say, week of football is not who he is, man. It's hard to throw the ball. I'm not making excuses. It is tough to throw the ball in them conditions. That's not an excuse. That's real.
Sounds
That's
like an
just real.
excuse.
Dude, it's real. Watch every quarterback that came in here through them that week who threw the ball well. Like, good. Like, you're like, oh, I'm sold on that guy. And Derek Carr is a legitimate Pro Bowl caliber quarterback in this league, and he look a shell.
Not this year.
Not this year.
Not
Okay.
this year.
Okay, so he can't throw the fucking ball, right?
No.
That's what you got to tell me, right? He can't throw the ball at all.
Nope.
Okay. All right. I guarantee he throws the ball a little different in 70 than in 10. That's all I'm saying. Sure. It's a big
But it's
fucking
not going to be
difference.
10.
No shit. I'm talking about the last
I
week
know,
of
I know,
football.
I know. But listen, that's why I was on board with the don't even play him. Everyone else was, we got to play him against Dallas. I said,
Who said that?
You were on board with playing him.
No, I said,
no.
I
Don't
said,
you lie
I
to
don't
the
want
people.
my guys.
Don't you lie to the people.
I said I don't want my guys to
have 2 weeks off. So then you're on board with playing him. Then.
A little bit. I think they all should play it a little bit, like they did.
So you just said no to that.
I didn't say that he has to play though because he didn't look good. That wasn't my reasoning. Asshole.
Okay, all right,
Don't put
that's
words
fine.
In my mouth.
I'm
No,
saying,
don't come on these
but I don't-
airwaves and go put words in my mouth. That's not.
You
exactly
just
how I
contradicted
phrased it.
yourself in
No,
20
I didn't.
seconds.
No, I didn't. I said he didn't have to play because he didn't look good Monday. I said they have to play.
I don't
want
care that he didn't
2
look
weeks
good
off.
money. I just didn't want him to play because then I already saw it coming. He's not going to look well for a
You know
quarter,
I love you.
and everyone's
You know I love
jumping
you.
off the
You know
fucking
I
cliff.
love you, but people were saying that he had to play because he didn't look good Monday night.
Well,
that
those people
wasn't
are
my
idiots.
reasoning. They all had to play. It wasn't just Nick. I didn't want nobody having 2 weeks off. The only guys that got 2 weeks off were guys that were dinged up. Brandon Graham's dinged up. He shouldn't play. Right? Everybody else. Fletcher Cox told the people. I don't know about other guys, but I don't want 2 weeks off of football.
But Fletcher Cox only played for what? One possession? Not even.
It doesn't matter, though. Just the point, the thought process behind it. Like, I don't want to have 2 weeks off. Like, I want to stay in a little bit of a groove and prepare myself for football games and not go 2 weeks of not preparing myself to start for a game. That's all. It's really just a start. Like, my preparation through the week, I don't want 2 weeks off without that type of preparation, especially when I lose my MVP of the NFL. I don't want that.
I agree. But what happens if Nick got hurt? Then we're like, then we're really talking.
People are okay. And they get Sunbelt. And all the morons are good. And they get who they wanted from Jump Street.
And we lose by 30.
Well, let's answer the poll question. Since we didn't get there, and we'll answer everybody's comments. We got tons flying in. Michael DeAndrea, don't forget the Raiders were a 3-13 team last year. No, I mean they were. They're not who they are, and that's why the coach gets fired. And they pay $100 million to Gruden, and a little bit of that is Vegas money coming in too. But you can print money. And they're printing money moving to Vegas and a $100 million deal that he won't live up to that contract. I can guarantee you that. He won't be there 10 years. Now, you want to say 5? You still owe a lot of money. But they are still, in my opinion, not as bad as they were this year.
No, they weren't. They're not. They're definitely better than their record. I'll give you that.
Alfred, Gentile, Atlanta's facing angry team. Big win for us. Mandingo Ray. They had a padded practice all week for the first time ever. John Saletti. Look how L.A. and Kansas City looked at their sitting starters last week. Both lost to teams that had played starters a week before. Now, that's true. That's true. Shaquan Gitters, I think it's odd that we don't play on Sunday prime time. Well, that's all no Carson, boys. Eric Arnold, Eagles going to get.
That's why we got the first game that does, it's like they consider it the shit game of the division games is the first game Saturday, and that's strictly because there's no Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
And they want Ben and Tom to be prime time. So
of course, Eric Arnold, Eagles going to represent on Saturday. They just got to come out of the gate on fire. Rob Brinkman, I didn't want them to rest either. Tom Foles didn't play enough against Dallas, and Zach Boylan, Jalen and Darby have to know the sluggo routes are coming.
Well, Jalen and Darby have to know that they have two monsters coming in because I don't care what you want to say. Mohamed Sanu and Julio Jones are both pretty damn good fucking receivers. So we gotta play good D. We just gotta play good D. We've been playing good D. We gotta keep it going.
Vinny Madsen's got a great point. Then we'll go in their predictions here. I wish I had a freaking read on this team, but I'll be lying if I said I did. In my mind, we did get the best of the three possible coming here. next week. Wish it was today in single-digit temps. This game's a total toss-up to me right now, and that's just his vibe on it. Not getting a good vibe.
I mean, I think you're right, though. I think it is a toss-up. I would say.
And Vegas,
I bet
Vegas
you it's
has the Falcons -2.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're underdogs at home. I think pretty
by
sure.
the way, so
Home dogs.
it's a coin toss all over.
But we love home dogs, though.
Yeah,
if you're a bettor, you love a home dog.
Jarrell says Birds +3. I mean, you take them. You take them. I'm already giving you an early line. Put it in now before something moves. Let's get right to it.
I think it's going to end up about a pick 'em.
Sorry for taking your neck off earlier. I didn't even get to I didn't get to apologies. I didn't get to apologize.
I didn't even know what
I don't know. I
happened.
tripped. I almost went right through Rob. I went right almost Rob's lap. I almost blew Rob tripping over the court. I almost went right into
I thought you were like trying to knock off the headset to get over there to blow Rob. You were gung ho.
He looks so good on his knees. I'm gonna get on my knees for him. I'm gonna switch this one up for him.
Guy's got that ninja dick.
Now to work.
Oh shit!
I almost went fucking head first. I did. I'm going down. It's cold in here, and I might just lay. If I fall, I'm not moving.
Tripwire. I thought I had you.
And we lost
I
him.
actually swayed a little bit. I was like,
All right, who do you got? Who's winning? Eagles, Falcons next Saturday, and we'll do. After you go through and give you your winner, we'll go through players of the game, score predictions, all that, because we won't be on until Sunday. So we're gonna have to give you, hopefully, a good reaction. If not, you might not see us. I might go right to fucking Florida. I'm out.
Hopefully, we're on Sunday talking about the championship game coming up in Philly. That's what we're hoping.
Yeah, Jarrell, we got heat in here. What do you think? I mean, we got space heaters all over the place.
There's no heat in here, Jarrell. Don't let them lie to you.
Okay, now I'm lying.
We got space heaters. Space heaters and heat are totally different things.
They're blow circuit out. I tried the big heater in here and blew the whole house
The
out.
last thing we need to do is blow another circuit out because he has no idea how to fix one of them.
No
We just
shit.
cancel shows.
Yeah, we're just done. We're done. You guys know a guy? Jason Miller says Eagles, Alfred Gentile, supposed to be warmer next weekend. Cold, no advantage for us.
44. With
Yeah,
some,
but it's
some
still gonna
rain.
it's still gonna be a
with some
little
rain.
cold.
Bob Hartman, the weather is the only advantage when your team can still perform in those weather conditions. True. So if you're not performing good in 0, well, guess what? It's not an advantage to you. Bo Chrissy, there's nothing wrong in New England, my opinion. Oh, I agree with you. I think it's all a little much. We'll get into that later on, Bo. What's happening, brother? Jason Miller, 28-17 Eagles, and Bo Chrissy, 20-10 Eagles. Defense solid, 36 is let loose. So let's go, baby. Let's go.
I mean, I'll hop on. Or you
Sweepsy. We'll go
Sweepsy
Sweepsy.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they find a way
cutting
to.
you off.
That's all right. I think they find a way to win a close game.
That's
Yeah, it's gonna be close. I mean, I don't know about 28 points. I mean,
it's gonna be close.
you order that puppy up. You see 28 points. I don't know if you're gonna see that, but I'm more like maybe 17, 14, 17, 13, something like that. You got to keep the Falcons, under 17. I think if you want to try to win this game, that's
their
way,
MO too.
That's the way I look at it.
That's their MO. When they score, I think it's over 24. They're almost unbeatable.
Yeah.
They really are. When you hold them to under 24, it's a different football team. To that point, Sweet, that's perfect. I heard that last night on the broadcast. The difference of them, just a few point difference, and their record. So you think it's a close one?
They went from leading the league last year in scoring to having like 22 this year, which what you said. Personnel's still the same, all right? Just a different guy, calling the play. So there's just a different structure going on. Like the two backs last year. Shanahan's a big back out of the backfield guy. So for Freeman to have I know both of those guys were banged up, but I think there's 60 catches between them. I mean, last year I think one of them had
Freeman had 70 last year. I think
year by himself. So for him to have 37, the other guy to have like 20.
Well, that's because
27
Sarkisian's hitting the bottle.
Yeah. I mean, he was drunk in the first quarter, but Falcon fans will take it any day because they're in a better position. Obviously, in the Super Bowl, they would take that 28-3. Of course, they'll take that again this year. But I think personnel-wise, they're in a better position this year than they were last year, just because he's this guy. Even though he's a clown, understands what they need to do, especially with the time of possession yesterday.
Oh, they dominated the game.
The time of possession was
They
outrageous.
kept the Rams off the field.
Yeah, I mean, the Bone had two fumbles by air quote Pro Bowl returner. I mean, the Pro Bowl's an absolute joke.
Well, that's why his name was Pharaoh, because he belongs buried under a pyramid. Seriously, after that fucking performance.
Well done.
Yeah,
well done, sir.
Well
You
played,
usually
Mr. Peanut.
You usually don't have that many, so that's a good job.
Don't have
Great
that
job
many,
out of you.
Yeah, but they gave him 10 points right there, and they dominated the time of possession. So, It is what it is. So that's what they're going to have to do to come here. But I Eagles are run the football and play defense as well. So they don't just they lost their guy. 11. We know what he brings to the table. But we're still a good football team. They're not the same football team. That's obvious.
Still tough, though.
Thanks a lot, Captain Obvious. But they're still a good football team. You know what I mean?
Thanking yourself.
It's still good. It's still a good football team. You know what I mean? Are they the number 1 seed if he doesn't play all year? Of course not. But that's a good football team. So
No, they're
Listen,
tough.
they're playing at home.
We're playing at home. We need the crowd's going to be rowdy. Everyone's going to be rowdy. We're playing at home. Defense needs to come out flying, and we need to hit Matt Ryan. We do those things and stop the run, which I think we will stop the run because we've stopped the run all year.
Best team in football stopping the run.
So we hit Matt Ryan, we stop the run, hold him to we want long third downs from them. We don't want 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s. We want 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 8s. And I really think we're going to win this game. I really do. We've been saying it. I think this is a perfect matchup for us. I think it's going to be tough as shit, and it's going to be pressing. I'm looking at full circle, Matt Bryant, who ripped our hearts out one time for Tampa Bay hitting like a 61-yarder, is going to miss a 46-yarder that would have been for the win. 21-20, Birds win. And I might I don't know. I'm probably going to be drinking liquor during it. I might get really aggressive.
Surprise.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking 21-20 Birds.
I don't know if you should lie to the people. I mean, probably.
No, I'm going to be
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I was thinking I meant mainlining liquor.
Streamline.
Really bad. I'm tapping off.
Somebody
over here.
get Governor Christie in
Has
here.
anybody got a band?
Haven't seen that commercial a million times.
A beer IV.
The Christie commercial.
This guy's got a beer IV.
Yeah.
He'll have a
The
beer
one
IV.
girl, the one girl sucked more dicks than she can imagine. In
And
the
she's like,
commercial, too.
she goes,
I
she's-
said that every time.
Wait,
it comes on.
I love
I'm
it.
she's
She's
really
like,
got
I
shit.
used to sell my body for heroin, and now I have a family and kids. Did your husband know that? Because he knows now.
Yeah.
No, he's like, fuck, my kid's got syphilis. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom. That fucking guy's outie. He went through the fucking wall like fucking Wile E. Coyote.
He came barging through during the commercial like the Hawaiian Punch guy. The fuck's going on here? I didn't know she was selling her body for drugs.
Frank
bullshit.
Frank Calderone.
We met at a church outing.
Frank Calderone try to force turnovers and keep flying to the football. Agreed, Frank. Dan McGuckin, he's cracking up over that talk. Michael DeAndrea, Falcons offense is average this year. They're not as good as they were last year, but they do things better, and they run the ball better, in my opinion. And that's credit to Sarkisian for running the ball better.
They've started to. At the beginning of the year, they weren't.
Yeah, that's why
but
they were 4-4.
that's why they're 7-2 in the last
Well,
nine.
that's a new offensive coordinator coming in, having to go through all that. All kinds of different things.
Yeah, he's going through the shakes. I mean, come on.
Then who do you got, brother?
I got the Eagles 23-16. I think for Atlanta, they run the ball well, but it plays right into the Eagles' strength defensively. And the Eagles, their defense is the one element that, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of people feel confident about going into these playoffs. And you have the defense. They're a defense that's fed off the home crowd throughout the season. And I think you get a playoff atmosphere, fresh off the bye. You got a lot of guys with fresh legs, and also a lot of guys who have been hearing for the last 2 weeks how they expect you can't win without Carson Wentz. This team's going to be one and done. I mean, I think that psychologically works in the Eagles' favor.
I agree.
And
It's not a video game like people like to think.
And everyone
it is. It's
and
real
not to
life.
mention we're
You tell guys not good
coming
enough.
as underdogs at home. That's got to piss some guys the fuck
absolutely.
off.
That's a slap in the face.
Yeah, you're number one seed, you're an
You see
underdog.
the no respect card. Teams feed off of that. Go make a great runs off of that on itself.
Yeah, that'd be great.
No,
They better play that up.
I love that.
If I'm
part.
Doug, I'm playing that up.
Yeah, nobody believes
Number
it.
one seed and we're a fucking underdog. I'm walking in like
bravado.
putting it all over.
I get the bravado line and I slap it on every goddamn board in the facility.
Absolutely.
You're
Absolutely.
plus 2.5 at home. I'm slapping on every fucking board that a dome team
I might,
is going to come
if
in here as a
if I'm
favorite.
Doug, I might
Let's
walk
go.
in with a receipt that I put $100K on it. Let's go. Let's go.
Took the red eye out. Let's go.
And if you're Dan
Took
Quinn,
the secretary out to Vegas, put $100K on it,
Wife doesn't know.
put something on her, and then we left.
and if you're
I
Dan,
bumped something off her and we left. And back to Governor Christie.
full circle, that fat bastard. And if you're Dan Quinn, I think you got to take a page out of Gene Hackman's book. You bring out the tape measure and you're like, hey, the field is still the same, not in a dome. You know what I mean? So
Same size.
same size. It works both ways. So, but yes, I fully expect the Eagles to be flying around, and I don't.
Kind of a homecoming
I
for
don't
Matt
know.
Ryan a
I don't
little
know
bit,
the
right?
scoreline.
I'm gonna end this one real quick.
Matt Ryan's from the area too, so hopefully his family's there to watch him.
So
Get
Obi,
buried.
Anthony O'Brien saying Matt Ryan stinks. He doesn't believe in Atlanta. I don't believe in him either. Rob Brinkman says Atlanta has the 8th ranked defense and 12th ranked offense. What about that stinks? I'll tell you what about it stinks is they don't take the football away. That's huge, man. They got lucky to get some turnovers yesterday that ended up helping them win that football game.
Farrow.
But the only team that's taking the ball away less than the Atlanta Falcons are a team that had a goddamn parade because they were 0-16. The Cleveland Browns. So, to me, in playoff football, your defense has to create turnovers on the road. More so than being the home
Not
team.
really, though. If you get off the field, just like the Rams couldn't get off the field, and you saw what happened yesterday. Now, if they take the ball away, I know what you're saying. It's ideal as a defense to take the ball away. But if they did, being 8th, they'd be like 2 if they just created some turnovers. So the fact that they're 8. They're still pretty.
No.
Now, if you get a turnover,
Remember
too,
we talked about
look
earlier.
out.
I said percentages and rankings, they look good. But when you can't take the football away now, if you get them 3 and outs, like Sweep said, so be it. You know what I mean? But they got some turnovers yesterday. My point is they're not going to come in here and not take the football away, not even one time, and expect to win that football game. It's just too hard. As you go deeper, you have to be able to get takeaways, especially going on the road. And the deeper you go on the road, too, like going to L.A. is a little different in 70 than coming in here in 40 with this crowd. A little different environment that you need to feed off of your defense making plays. That's where I think Atlanta isn't going to get it done enough. And I already think that Foles takes care of the ball pretty well for the most part. So I think we don't turn the football over, which leads to our defense. I think we're going to get 1 or 2. And that's where I see the difference is, and I go 24-17 Birds, keep the Falcons underneath that 24 number, and I think they win 24-17. It's a battle, boys.
They're
it's a battle.
I think
It's a playoffs. It's always going to be a battle.
The Falcons will actually be playing in better conditions, I think, in Philly next week than last night. Forget about the temperature. I'm talking that field was atrocious.
Yeah, why? They said it should have been good. It looked
No,
like
no,
shit.
no, no, no. I did
And
not.
hold on, let me go. Juan Pittman, I'll be the first one to jump all over him. He didn't compare them to the Browns. He just said that they have the second least amount of takeaways. The only one that had the least is the Browns. So that's all he was
It's not a
saying.
comparison.
It's not a
facts.
comparison.
It's facts. I'm not
I mean,
telling
Christ,
you
I
that
hope we
there's-
were playing the Browns and we'd be all right.
Turn that volume button
And
up.
Rob Brinkman saying, if you're expecting 23 Nick Foles to lace him up next Saturday, prepare yourself for an epic disappointment. I don't think anybody's expecting 27-2, but you can expect what you saw in St. Louis and what you saw 27-2. That he's in the middle of that. That's real. So that's not a bad quarterback. That's a good enough guy to not turn the football away, get it to his playmaker Saturday, and win a football game at home. What is outlandish about that? Like Sweet said, this is still a good football team. And I know 11's a killer. But then he said, all week long for 2 weeks, all you heard is you're not good enough without 11. The defense is hurt. You're not good enough without 11. All they've done with backups against the Cowboys was shut them down with backups because all they're hearing.
I didn't see
is,
Zeke
"I'm
do
not good
much
enough. I'm
against
not good
our
enough."
our backup linebackers, our backup D line. I didn't see Zeke do much. I think we're gonna come out and punch Atlanta in the mouth. I really do.
I think it's very important to get.
I mean,
early
like I said, I think it's going to be a
want to
tight.
be able to pin these back.
It's going to be a
You wanna be
tight
able to
game
pin
because
these
I don't think
back.
we're going to score a lot of points. I think it's going to be a tight game because we're not going to score a lot of points. But I don't think they're going to move the ball much against us. I think we're going to punch them in the mouth.
Bottom line, as a fan, you need to get behind it because 11's not running out of that tunnel. So get behind the dude and hope he does what he can. He's a backup. He is a backup. You understand? The only reason he would be in discussions as to being a starter is because we've discussed this plenty of times on the show. The number goes from 1 to 20 in the NFL. Maybe we're lucky if we can get to 20. I don't know if we could right now. We did a little round table. I don't know.
Might be 17.
I don't know if we can get to 20. So that's the only discussion because the NFL quarterback position is an atrocity. That's the only reason that he's in the discussion as being a starter.
It's extremely hard to play quarterback in the NFL. That's
So
what it is.
that's he is a backup, but he's your best backup now that Jimmy G is playing. He's the best backup in the league, so you're happy that you have him. He's a one-read guy. He's a guy, a pocket guy that reads it and can throw it. Right? When you get him off his spot or you make him try to react secondary or create a play, he can't do that. Right? You saw that in the Cowboys game. He tried to get outside. He thought he can get Alshon. It was short. He couldn't, even though he has the big arm, right? He can't. That's what makes you a backup.
That's the factor that the biggest factor we lose with Carson being out is when the play breaks down and he makes a play, because Carson was great at that, like he was all year, and Nick's not going to give you that.
And that's what all backups do, in the sense where like they can't, or they would be a starter. They can't make everybody else around them better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's tough for them to make up for mistakes. So the Eagles as a whole, everybody else has to step their game up and play as flawless as they can be, so Nick doesn't have to do extra. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You just got to do enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think that's what everybody's saying. You don't need Nick Foles to come out and win this game by himself for you. I mean, Deion Brown is saying that right now. All I need Foles to do is manage the game, make the throws he needs to make, and not turn the football over. Yep. And that's where you get a Jahi, LeGarrette, and Clement going. And I think if you can get a lead early and let your defense pin back a little bit, and you set the tone on how this football game is going to go, and then in that second half, if they have a lead in that second half, this is why I feel like they'll win the game if they have a lead in the second half, because I feel like they're going to pound you. And I think that's where people are going to be like, I'm telling you what's going to happen in this city. Ajayi and LeGarrette are going to pound the football next Saturday, and people are going to start talking broad. I'm telling you what's going to happen. I'm telling you, because no team that hosts the Super Bowl has ever been there. No team that hosts the Super Bowl has ever been there.
Minnesota's not going, dude.
So
all the Vikings fans out there, you can fucking stuff your sorries in a sack, because Minnesota's not going to the Super Bowl. I don't care what anyone says. Minnesota loses next week. I don't care who they play. Carolina or New Orleans, they lose.
Yeah, I think they got a bad matchup. I really do. For them, I do.
Well, they beat New Orleans already this year.
They would have much rather had the Rams come in.
First week of the year.
And what they did to the Rams later on in the year. I think about week 11.
Well, listen, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Do you want a rookie quarterback coming in, basically? I mean, he's not a rookie anymore, but he basically is. Or do you want Cam Newton or Drew Brees, both former MVPs of the league?
Both guys have been Super Bowl.
It's pretty simple to me.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. They wanted the Rams.
Listen, you saw it last night. I mean, as much as the Rams didn't have the football and Goff took steps to be better this year, the experience is there. I mean, he
made some great throws, but like you said, they didn't have the ball.
Does that help? Let me ask you something. Does that help? Does that help Nick Foles in this situation too? Not more so than it would have helped.
That he has experience.
Like 11. Like for instance, 11 didn't have any experience.
Yeah, but
do it. No. Just listen to me. Just like Jared, right? Just like God. Like 11 was going to come into this first time, right? Now, I would rather have 11. So let me clarify this. I would rather have 11. So don't put words in my mouth.
Turn your volume up.
All I'm saying is it going to help Nick maybe a little more? Does he have a little bit more of an advantage? I'm looking for things. Can he have a little bit more of an advantage Saturday? Because he's been down this road. He's played in the home playoff game. Granted, only one, but one gets you the taste.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a borderline shitburger. Yeah, absolutely. Then you'll take experience, right? When you had the possible MVP of the league. Right, then talent and what he does takes over. Then it trumps experience, in my eyes.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I know. I'm still upset.
Of course you are.
But I'm confident.
And it should be Gurley, by the way. I know people are not happy about that, but if he played and didn't get hurt, it would have been him. But it should be Gurley now.
It's not going. It's going to be Brady. Mark it down. You heard it here. It's going to be Brady.
Gurley's sick.
It should be Gurley. Yeah. But it's going to be Brady. Gurley will finish second, and Wentz will finish third.
TTP ballin'. I have confidence in Foles. I think he will do enough to win. With that being said, I don't see us scoring more than 21 points this game. It'll be fought out.
So TTP, you're right with me. 21-20. Let's go.
17-13.
So who's the player of the game for you guys? We said we would wait on that. We would give more score predictions, and we get in there. Who's got to step up offense and defense? Who's got to be your player of the game?
I'm going
for a win next Saturday.
I'm going Brandon Graham with a couple sacks and a forced fumble. Which we recover, and
thanks.
Yeah, and
confirmation
on that, and I'm going Ajayi.
That's where I was going.
Feed the kid the ball.
I was going to take bubble wrap is off, boys. Bubble wrap's off in case of emergency. Break that glass and let it go. Let it go. I mean, I know they're going to continue to do what they did and share it, but he should get the most touches. It's time now.
I look at the guy offensively. Who is on the outside? Who is my biggest weapon?
Comes with Nelson.
No, but who's my speed guy? Who's my playmaker? Now I know Alshon's your number one. I get that, but speed wise, playmaking ability, it's Nelson Aguilar. I got to get him in space, and he's got to be able to make plays in the passing game. You have to be able to throw the ball a little bit because I can't go with Ajayi. That's where you guys are going. So I'm going to go to the wide out position. I'm going to go what's worked all year, Daddy. It's worked all year.
Don't
I
change
ain't
up
going
now.
away from it now.
Don't change up now.
I'm not changing now.
He should send you a gift basket.
He should. Send me his wife. Send me his girl. I'll just take care. We'll share. Len's fine with it. Len's fine.
I was gonna say it. Is Len listening?
She's fine. She'll buy in. Trust the process.
She'll buy in.
I'll send her the picture.
He runs the house. King of the castle over here. All right. He's got the
Who you
crown.
got? Player of the game. TTP. Darby with a big int.
Actually, that's exactly where I was going. I was going Ronald Darby. I feel like he's the guy since he's come back, he's had a knack for timely interceptions when the teams really needed him in some crucial moments. He came up with that against the Giants. Came up with that against the Raiders. I see him making another big play this weekend coming up. And offensively, I think Nick Foles is going to surprise a lot of people. Not saying he's going to necessarily put up a big statistical day, but I think he's going to come out and run the offense at a very competent level, not turn the ball over, and it do more than enough to help the Eagles win the game.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. Defensively, boys. Defense side of the football.
Sixers, JT. I'm hoping Torrey Smith tears a knee ligament before the game to jump on your board here because Torrey Smith stinks. He drops everything.
Frank Calderon. Blunt
hands like feet.
Blunt is good to mix in him once in a while. No, I agree. And
Blunt's good to mix in anytime. Frank, anytime it's good to mix a Blunt in.
Yeah, they're not going to abandon those two guys. We're just saying that it's playoff time and it's time to Ajay to assume the bulk.
The 20 carries.
That's the way I look at it. But of course, short yardage, goal line. You want to get the Blunt man in there, and then you want to get.
They don't want to hit that Blunt. It's too big.
Well, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
You want to dump some screens off to Clement or whatever.
Well, people are all up in arms. People are all up in arms like, Ajay's got to be on the field the whole time. Well, dude, if I'm a defensive coordinator, but listen, if I'm a defensive coordinator and I got to prepare for 3 guys, and all 3 guys do something a little different, that makes it harder. So why am I just going to be like, okay, you're going to be in the backfield every play when I have 2 other running backs that do things better than he does in ways, right? Like Garrett's more, I need that 1 yard, 2 yard type thing. Corey, a better pass catcher out of the backfield, a little bit more pop, right? A little bit more of a speed guy, in my opinion. So they all do a little something different. Why do I got to give the ball to the one guy the whole game? Now, that doesn't mean Ajay shouldn't get 20 carries. Like we talk about 20 touches. He needs to. But doesn't mean I can't give. I mean, Brian Westbrook came out with a tweet and said, and I love you. With all due respect, B. West, but you're saying, Ajay should get the ball 25 times a game, right? Like Garrett should get it 10, and Corey should get it 5 to 10. Bro, what do you run? What do you run the ball 50 fucking times? I mean, come on, dude.
I'm down for running it 35 times though. I'm on board with that. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with that too, but you're not going to run it 45. If we run it 35 times, that means we have a lead. I'll tell you that. So,
I love B. West. Don't get me wrong, but you're not running the ball 45.
You're only running it 50 times if it's a snowball. I mean, short of that, that's not happening.
Or you got a huge lead in the second half, and all you do is run.
Or you're imposing your will, and they just can't stop you.
That too.
It took the Titans, not to change gears, but it took the Titans the whole half to figure it out. Like, they didn't do any prepping all week. Like, Mike Mularkey and his staff were like, man, I don't know. With the Chiefs, I still feel like they're okay, so we won't run it. 21-3, they're like, oh, the Chiefs are terrible against the run, and they figured it out. So, at some point you got to figure it out.
Man,
John Glover, pass rush and great run, stop defense. Shaquan Gitters, defense wins games. Obi, it's too cold. They don't want to hit that Blunt.
That's absolutely right, Ob. Absolutely right.
Michael DeAndre going to be like 40 next week. Yep, we talked about that earlier.
I invited Ob to come for the show last night, but he's a flake.
We know something's well documented.
He's like, can I come on? I said, absolutely. I knew he wasn't coming in.
Daphne Nicole, more Mac Hollins, Travis Miller. Need to feed Clement the ball more. He needs more carries. No, I think he's going to get right where he's about, brother. And I understand what you're saying. I like him too. He's a third down back.
I think he's going to get about five to six touches, and hopefully he does some shit with them.
James Thompson believes, boys, even with Foles, we have a good chance. We believe it, brother.
Hey, we got a puncher's chance. Everybody does. We're in it. We're in it.
Bauer. Do you want to read Renee Bauer on YouTube, Wills?
NFL, you're in the ring, buddy. You got a shot. You know what I mean?
We are being disrespected everywhere. Atlanta fans are already saying they have a bye next week, and others saying Vikings have home field, just eliminating us already. Our defense will bring the pain. We're right with you, Renee. I mean, everyone, we were saying it's something that we should kind of thrive off of and get a little pissed about is the fact that everyone is just kind of, we're underdogs at home, and they just kind of the Eagles have no shot to win because we don't have Carson. Like, If that doesn't fire you up, then what does? You know, like you said, what does? Little chip on the shoulder. I'm fine with playing a little chip on the shoulder.
Yeah, it just depends. It just depends where you're at. You know, what I mean, even when Carson was healthy, the national audience was disrespecting the Eagles anyway.
Well, they always
but
do.
As an Eagle fan, you got what you wanted, right? You got of the three in the schoolyard. You said, "I'll take him." Right. So now, right, don't get knocked out. Right, go get him. You called him out. Go get him. All right. So, you know, who cares what the rest of the country says, right? You know,
that's why I think they're winning.
As people that have been around the area and know the football team, of the three, that's the one you wanted. Now, here we go. Now it's time to lace them up.
Michael
We'll see what
DeAndrea.
happens.
Foles is better in the hurry-up offense. Probably going to see a lot more quick passes. Jesse Bertollet, yes, we can. Defense. Michael Crome, what up, Crome? Yesterday proved any given Sunday.
Absolutely.
Obi, they don't know the weather next week. Shaquan Gitters. Matt Collins needs to be in Torrey Smith's spot.
Saw the 10-day. It's 44 and rain.
And Deion Brown.
I will give him that meteorologist are wrong all the time, but
Deion Brown saying Dougie P needs to be on his A game as well next week. I agree. He does. He has to call a good game.
he's got to call a good game.
He's got to call a really good game. And
Well, it's playoff time. Everybody needs to be on their game. I mean, that's how it works. You know what I mean? Like all the facets need to be running smooth, and you know you need. It's time. There's no tomorrow. So.
No lapses. No
Yeah.
lapses.
We got James
there's no
Thompson
there's no my bads. You know?
it's golf course or
not-
going for another one. James Thompson defense needs to be bullies early and often. Agreed, brother. Frank Calderon. That's what they used to call the Houston Oilers Stadium back in the day, the House of Pain.
Well,
I didn't know that. It's good knowledge.
well, let's bring it. You know, they're jumping around like House of Pain. Let's go.
Justin DeFalco.
I did know that, and it led to nothing. But yes, that's what they.
I was gonna say that they never won anything, so hopefully that's it.
Justin DeFalco.
Yeah, Earl Campbell.
Dougie, offensive player of the game, all about his play calling. And Crum says he has tickets for an NFC Championship game, and he fully intends on using them.
That a boy,
Love
Chrome.
Chrome.
That a
Love
boy,
Chrome.
Chrome.
Cromer.
Renee Ballard, back to being underdog.
Heel Chrome.
And I'm mad as a fan, but I'm also glad because that's when we play our best, when people underestimate us. And that's why.
Love it, Renee.
That's why last week I did a video on A2D, and I guaranteed the win just because nobody was believing. And that's how it goes. When nobody believes, you end up winning.
And Sixers, JT, you're right. Torrey Smith stinks. I think we're all on board. He'll obviously not be an Eagle next year, and I'd like to see him hardly on the field because
He is signed,
I
though.
just think he stinks.
He is signed, though, FYI. He is 2 years.
Yeah, he has 2 years, but
I'm not saying he will
I
be,
don't think
but-
he'll be an Eagle though. If you think he will,
No shot. They're
Yeah,
not gonna, they need cap money as it is. They're not gonna pick up that $5 million for Torrey Smith.
Crum, violation.
Plus he stinks.
Crum, tell Crum it's a
that's
violation.
Yeah,
You can't hashtag your nickname in the chat. Violation, Chrome.
we're okay with it, Chrome.
He's okay because I'm not okay. Breaking balls, Chrome. I love it.
Put it in. It's fine.
Put it on the board.
As long as you didn't
Yes!
as long as you didn't give yourself the nickname, it's okay. You're not. a
He would
nickname.
know. He's given himself a nickname.
Never have. Never have. What? Go ahead. Tell them.
Really?
Tell the people what nickname did I give
Tell the
myself.
people.
Really?
Tell the people what nickname did I give myself.
All right, you're right. Maybe you didn't. That's fine.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
I'm not gonna say anything. There was a Messiah nickname that was getting thrown around
And
for
that
a while
wasn't
there.
me.
I think
I
that
didn't
you
give
brought
that.
that up.
No, I didn't.
I think
No.
you walked in one day like, oh.
Is that a beam of light? I'll just stand under it. Is that a beam mistletoe?
This motherfucker have wings? The fuck?
I just come floating down the steps. Motherfucker doesn't even touch steps.
He just
Floats down them.
He just turns your water into wine while you're drinking it. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Is that red? Is that red or what?
No strings here.
Chrome says, I'm a ginger. I don't live by conventional rules. Nice.
Yeah, I'd say.
It's pretty good. It's Carson. Deion Brown, the crowd at the links needs to be rowdy from start to finish.
Oh, you know they will be.
The D feeds off of that crowd. They do, and they've talked about it. Obi says, come on, Tom, LOL. Then I guess I did give a nickname.
Absolutely.
Never did.
Oh, throw it out there, Obe. Throw it out.
Oh, boo!
No. What nickname? I did not give myself a fucking Messiah nickname. Get the hell out of here, dude.
I think there's been a couple back in the day, though.
Nope.
I think
When you
there
catch
has
touchdowns,
been.
people, and you're listening now, leave must be the money.
T-Money?
Oh, people liked it.
T-Money?
People liked it.
I don't know about that.
When you fucking flat out rake, people are going to give you nicknames.
I don't think he called TDs or flat out raked ever in his life. Just to have everyone on board here.
Why do you feed it? I mean, you know what I mean? I'm more upset with you. I'm looking right at you.
I understand. I fully accept that.
I didn't give myself the goddamn nickname. Get off of it. Unreal. The heat you take on a couch. Woo.
Feel a lot of heat coming off that couch.
Great movie. That got us into a lot of trouble, huh? Ain't that movie?
That's when you.
south.
I think that's when you made yourself a nickname.
No, that was like.
Thought you were Tommy Buns.
No,
over
we
here.
were. I did. We're out here running red lights, speeding. Motherfucking cops can't touch us.
Fill in the blank.
Oh, that was great. Let's
Good
take
times.
a break. Take a quick break. Come back.
National championship game.
National championship.
Today's
We'll
games.
give you our predictions for the games coming up here in a few. Give you that prediction when we come back as well. Saints, Panthers. Continue our Eagles talk as well. Talk a little 10-9-8 at the end of the show, and we'll hammer out some questions with the Pope. All that, much more. Agree, disagree. A2DRadio.com. This segment was brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make them yours. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com, as well as Stream Smart Vinny. All NFL, NBA. You got MLB coming up soon. Every MLB game, NBA, all of them, baby. Stream Smart Vinny. Use the HUD promo code. Vinny will drop the link in the chat when we come back here. We'll see you on the other side.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
You're listening to the bad boys of sports talk. Agree to disagree right here on A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
You're listening to Bad Boys of Sports Talk Radio. Agree, disagree. Only on, you know what? A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Welcome back. Agree, disagree. A2DRadio.com. Live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios. BMW of Atlantic City. Right off exit 17 of the Parkway. Find them online. BMW of AtlanticCity.com every Sunday. Brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make them yours. Gibson Mayer LLC. Find them on the web. GibsonMayer.com. The Bad Boys of Sports Talk. Worldwide leader of Real Talk. A2DRadio.com. Tom Arnone. Nick Delgozzo. Brian Wilson. DB. RP. Initial it. Initial all you son of a bitches.
Pope
Nobody's
Ninja.
getting full names anymore. Taking shots, saying guys create nicknames. Never created a nickname in my life.
Pope
Yes,
Ninja.
you have.
If you just joined us, our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. Will the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Atlanta Falcons Saturday? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. We all got wins here, man. It's a whole couch of W's. And we want to know what you got. Score, player of the game, chance to win a little Visa gift card from us to you. It's what we do. It's what we do.
Penny, get it in, Pin.
Carl Abdullah, looking cold. I don't know if he's talking about in here. A little chill, babe. It's 0 outside.
I'm trying to
A little
create the
chill.
elements.
It is
When
cold.
we do a show, we like to create the elements.
We do.
You know, around the summertime, we'll be in Hawaiian shirts. You know, that's
He'll be shirtless. We'll also be shirtless.
what we like to do.
I won't be shirtless.
Every Sunday in the summer.
I might-
Shirtless Sundays.
I might have the guns out though.
Have you? Nah, I don't think you ever gone just cut off.
I'll go
on
cut
show.
off.
Yeah.
You want me? I will go cut off.
No, I don't know if
Just
I want to.
strictly for. Oh yeah, you're
I
clever.
don't know if
Josh.
people are asking for it. I'm just saying I don't think you ever.
He's won gun show before.
Has he gone gun show?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this is when
That's
we were.
what you don't
I
remember
think-
when
I think
it's
this-
not guns. You know what I mean?
I'm
When it's
clever.
just a couple things hanging, you don't remember
Clever
that
guy.
shit. I come on.
He's never
shirtless,
beat me in
people are
anything
gonna start
physical in
talking.
his life. We'll go over that like we do every time. Never
Bruh,
beat me in
I
anything
cross-checked
physical
you
activity in
into
his
a
life.
fence.
After you lost in basketball. So wait, let's go. Let's tell what actually happened. What happened is he challenged me to one-on-one basketball.
When we were
got
20.
got destroyed like he always did, and then cheap shotted me as I was walking away. That's what happened.
Told him not to talk. Said don't talk.
I didn't talk. All I did was make the shot and say, "Get off my fucking court."
Which was talking.
That's verbalized.
That's fine.
Jesus God. All right.
Oh, good times.
John DeCasanova. Sorry. Players of the game will be the Eagles fans. LOL. Let's show up and make that stadium rocking. Love it, Johnny.
The stadium's going to be rocking. It's going to be rocking.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go, Ant. Ha, 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 in front of his parents.
It was in front of your parents.
Oh, yeah, it was.
He pulled a cheap shot in front of his parents. This is the kind of guy that we're talking about right here. Okay?
Character issues. This guy would have failed the Wonder
Johnny
Lick.
Manziel before Manziel.
He
guy
had a
would have
Wonder
failed the Wonder
Yeah,
Lick. He would have failed it.
Dude, he would have had a score of 7. It would have been like, Tom Arnone, Wonder Lick scores 7.
And you know there's
This is
CMs
why he
out
loves
there.
Baker.
There's CMs out there that would take a chance on
Oh,
that
Baker.
because they would really get up in here and say, I don't care what's on the desk. I
Baker.
care what's up top here.
Baker
And I
before
love this
Baker.
guy. It's 100 out of 100.
Baker before Baker.
I'm a little slice of Manziel and Baker.
Oh, God.
Little combo.
Wow.
You do not want to be Johnny.
I don't think that's a combo anybody wants.
Combo. A lot of people wants a lot of money. Johnny's a fucking trust fund baby.
Yeah.
I'll be Johnny for a day.
That's fine.
See a picture of him biting his girl's ass. I mean, he's fucking living a life. Of fucking
Sure, he is living a life.
Jesus Christ! Like
We're freezing in a garage. He's biting a girl's ass. I'm sure he's
yeah.
living a life. He also drank / recreational drugged his way out of the NFL though.
Yeah, just a little public service announcement for our fans. Crushing it is biting ass, apparently. Living the life is biting ass, according to our leader.
Well, it's cold out. It's ass eating season. Spent a lot of time inside. Start trying to figure out different things.
He said it's.
Can we try this season? Can we try this?
Thought it was hunting season. Come to find out it's ass eating
Yeah,
season.
it's wabbit season.
Hey, after we open up our gifts on Christmas, can we eat a little ass? All right. Obi says Baker's going to stink in the NFL. You're wrong, Ant. Baker's going to fucking sling in the NFL, and that's real goddamn talk. Baker's my guy, dude.
Big 12 quarterbacks don't sling in the NFL. I love Baker though, but
Baker's going to sling in the NFL.
you know how many Big 12 quarterbacks have done anything in the NFL?
No, it's a USC effect almost, the quarterback position.
Yeah, but Big 12 quarterbacks don't do anything either.
I just think he's built better than most Big 12 guys in terms of like his skill set.
I like Baker.
Not physically.
No, I know, but everything else.
I like Baker. I like Baker.
his makeup. Of
Yeah,
course.
his makeup. That's the perfect word.
course.
His makeup is what makes me fall in love
Absolutely.
with Baker Mayfield. And then 70% completion percentage over 3 straight years.
I like
We talk
Baker
about-
Mayfield.
No, I'm talking to him. We talk about
And he's
guys-
a worker.
and
He was a walk-on, yeah.
He's a walk-on. Them guys translate the next level, man. The guys who got to work their ass off to become the best quarterback in college football, and you got to work to get there. That translates the next level.
But there's been a previous blueprint to that. You know, there's been
Of
plenty
a
of guys.
walk-on though, like a guy working
Well, no,
that
there's
hard.
just plenty. No, I'm not taking anything away from him. Like you said, I do like him too. I'm just saying, there's the blueprint is there to be a college pimp and not translate to the next.
Oh, of
level.
course.
You know what I mean?
NFL shrimp. Yeah. College pimp to NFL shrimp. Yeah. Real quick.
Make it a shirt. I love it. I love it.
Real quick. Somebody's got the cocktail sauce.
Deion Brown. Just saw everyone on the NFL Network has the Eagles losing. Shake my head. Haters.
Yeah, of course they do. Deion, you knew that was coming.
Well, they're ass eating in there too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ass eating in the NFL Network.
They're hitting up the girls that do the makeup, asking them if they
just gonna
squirt.
say, they're-
They got more problems than worried about the Eagles.
Yep, that's a well-run fucking station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
got
powers
that.
to be
Thank
right there.
God they got that squid Heath Evans. As soon as I saw Heath Evans, I said, I guarantee he was involved because he's a piece of shit. And they were like, yeah, Heath Evans was sending nudes. I said, knew that was coming. As soon as you see his face, he sends dick pics. You can just tell, scumbag. Fucking Heath Evans is a piece of shit. I swear to God, I hate that fucking guy. I was hoping it was worse for him.
Is that a
like,
button? Button in a fur coat? What is that, Heath?
hoping he could catch like a little jail bit out of it. I hate that fucking guy.
Are you bench pressing on the NFL Network with no shirt on again, Heath? Okay. For the 100th time? Like, we haven't seen this before? Okay, you went up 20 pounds. Congrats. You don't play anymore.
And it didn't translate when you played.
Yeah.
So glad you can do that 30 times.
Michael Tafari. What up, Mike? Next level translation. Anthony O'Brien. How many wide receiver screens has he thrown for that completion percentage? Talking about Baker. Plenty. Everybody still slings it. So I'm a Baker guy. But let's go.
He does Baker slings.
Let's go right into the SEC title game. College football
The one that probably
championship.
should have been the SEC title game.
Bama, Georgia, and the people who didn't think Bama should be in them morons out there. Now, Clemson got a raw deal being the one and having Bama, in my opinion. A little rawish. But, yeah, you're going to have to see them at some point if they're the best, right?
Well, what happened is that what happened is
can't pass.
what happened
Bama
is
got healthy.
what happened is Bama got healthy in the 3 weeks that they were off, and
Kelly Bryant can't throw
I was
the
gonna
ball.
say their defense said, guess what? We're going to dare you to throw, and we know you can't, so you're in trouble. They're going to do the same thing to Georgia, but I mean, listen, I think this is going to be a Titanic matchup. I expect a great game tomorrow.
yeah,
I
me
really
too.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
Georgia, I mean, listen, we already know it's strength against strength. Georgia's run game with Chubb and Michelle is special.
Yeah.
They're special.
And for me, Fromm's the difference. You know
They're
what I mean?
special.
Like he's a freshman, but that dude can sling it a little bit, and nothing fazed him last week. So we know Alabama's a different animal, and then they're going to have a handful of guys.
But Oklahoma was up big last week, though.
Play at the next level. But
And Georgia
you can run the football. It opens up some things for Frommer. So I like Georgia. You know what I mean? I'm not going to.
I want Georgia to win so badly because I fucking hate Nick Saban. I hate Nick Saban. That smug fuck. I hate him. But he's a pretty good coach, and they lost last year. I think Bama wins it. I really do.
I know. I always got to get past the hatred.
I know. I hate it.
My hatred blocked me from being a millionaire last week. I mean, Vegas gave it to us. Vegas went like this. Bama's 3.5. And I went, okay, take Clemson! Take Clemson! Everybody take Clemson! Fucking loser.
Yeah.
Fucking Vegas went like this.
I'll
put it on a fucking tee for you.
I found myself.
Top golf. Here you go.
You want to know what happened to me? You want to know what happened to me that day?
Meanwhile, 2.6s
I decided that I needed to keep drinking, and the spread.
We get more and more breaking news here.
Wait, the spread closed, and Giuseppe's was closed. Like they were all closed for New Year's Day, and I was like, I got to get somewhere to go. So I walked into the Mountie from Democrat Club, which if anyone's ever been there,
you need
not
a Chinese
not a great
parlor.
place. Right, not a great
find
place.
a Chinese parlor.
I go in the Demo Club, and I was like. What do I got to pay to become? What do I got to pay to become a member? What do I got to pay to become a member so I can drink here? I'm officially a Democrat. I'm part of the Demo Club now. I'm officially a member. I bought a membership.
A $20 donation.
And that's where I watch Clemson get stormed.
Oh, that's great. A donation will be made in your name to the Human Fund.
He walked in Kruger. He walked in, the record screeches, and he's like, "Can I get a membership?"
Mind if we dance for your dance?
Actually, I knew the girl behind the bar, and I said to her, "How much is it?" She's like, "It's 25 today. It would have been 20 yesterday." I said, "Come on, Dan." I was like, "All right, it's 20." I was like, "All right, cool."
All right, so I got Bama national championship. You got Bama.
Georgia.
So split. Couch is split.
DB.
Couch is split.
Georgia can really run the football.
Bookends.
They can really run the football.
Bookends, DB.
Hey, John Soletti said, "Don't be rocking the Demo Club. Don't be rocking the Demo."
Yo, John, I'll see you there.
Don't be knocking.
I'll see you there. I'm officially a member. I'm waiting on my key. I get a key in like a week.
You can open it up whenever you fucking want. That's a problem. Do
Jesus.
they know
No,
what
because the door's locked. You gotta buzz in. But if you're a member, you just walk in like a champ.
Money.
They're in
They didn't
trouble.
realize.
No, they're in trouble.
Like,
They're in big trouble. It's cheap over. It's cheap over there too. They're in big trouble. They're in big trouble.
Here he is. It's poured in.
Fill me up with Duff beer.
Keep it going. A key. Oh, that's fantastic.
Listen, I just think Bama's defense is too good. Everybody's healthy again. So that's a big thing for them, and that's why they looked as good as they did last week. It's all about that day, and they're back, and no Nick Saban assistant has ever beaten them before now. All that stuff's made to be broken. I get all that. I don't think it ends this one. I think it's another list of guys who just are former Nick Saban assistants that copy the blueprint and do great elsewhere that can't just beat the man.
And they have never beaten them, too.
I
saw that.
Never beat them. It's unbelievable, right?
Georgia's got to not turn it over. I mean, obviously that's.
But there's somebody to
we
beat
know
them.
that.
It's
But I'm
this football
saying
team.
it's 10. That's a Clemson. That's a 10-6 game. Without the, I know that's, your aunt, if had balls, she could be your uncle. I get that. But, it's 10. That's a 10-6 game.
Or your dad, Caitlyn Jenner. You know what I mean? It just depends. Depends who you're talking about.
I haven't heard that one in a while. It got me pretty good.
They just got to hang in there. Hang in there, Georgia. Hang in there. Hang in there, Rock.
It's you just got to keep, even if they're stopping the run, you got to keep feeding Michelle and Chubb because they're going to break one. They're going to break
tough, physical. I mean, their defense is tough, physical. I mean, they're the same team almost. They're blueprints of each other. I mean, this is what happens when former assistants
I was going to say, when your assistant takes over a head coaching job.
And, it's going to see in the second half. It's going to be, halftime adjustments because both of them, like you said, he's under that tree. So they've both been known to be, tremendous adjustment makers at halftime. And you saw, what Georgia did. They almost put up a shutout. It wasn't for the scoop and score. And then it got them to overtime. But they were throwing up a goose egg until Michelle put it on the floor. And he took it.
Second half.
That's what I'm saying. Second half.
Yeah.
Second half, they had him goose egged. And then the scoop and score. Whoa, what happened? What just happened? So
it changes the whole game. John Sleddy says Bama linebackers aren't healthy. Just lost another one against Clemson. I thought he was okay, though, now.
Yeah, I think he's all right, though.
That's
right?
what I thought. Now, I know there are other ones that are hurt
Yeah,
that have
still
been
banged
hurt.
up.
But
They are banged up, but their D-line's healthy, and their D-line is a bunch of dogs. You know, they're going to get after you.
Sean Spielman, it's Howie Roseman on the couch.
They're using one guy as a fullback.
He was.
That's how athletic that guy is.
Well, he told
Take a
you.
page out of Big Willie, just being a large human and being athletic. At Alabama guy.
You don't have hands.
I mean, he made a pick.
You don't
then he
have
put.
control. I mean, you really just.
How about the toe tap? Toe tap at 6'6".
Had nothing in his life. That was a great toe tap, wasn't
Oh
it?
my
Though?
God. No need for it, but he
He
just
put out a
thought he
pic-
wanted
I was
to show
gonna say,
everybody.
he didn't
Wanted to
even
show
need to.
everybody.
He didn't even need
Yeah,
to.
he was all the way in the locker room in the Superdome. And toe tap. You're in, buddy.
He put up a picture the next day on Instagram, and he had gold hands, and that was his post. The guy who caught it, he had gold hands, and he's whatever. Rob Eamon, fact or fiction? Andy Reid is on the hot seat next season. Next season, probably.
Who cares?
I don't.
He'll get to the playoffs and they'll lose, like they do every year. Until he replaces Alex Smith as quarterback, they'll lose every time because Alex Smith is the check down dream, the guy that everyone loves. Look, his numbers are great. He's never thrown a ball over 20 yards in his life that meant something. The dude is a check down Charlie, the worst. That's what happened yesterday. As soon as
That
Travis
ball should've
Kelce
been
gets
caught.
hurt, well,
Yeah.
and the Wilson ball should have been
No,
caught.
you're right.
But as soon as Travis Kelce gets hurt, though, and everyone's like, well, that's the play calling. It's not the play calling. There's guys that run deep routes on every fucking play, and he just don't throw it. That's his MO his whole career.
Yeah,
And they're never going to win with him.
he
That's just fact.
He automatically goes to the third read.
Absolutely.
It's like, what happened to
He's
one
like,
and
first
two?
read. No. Hey, how about the worst play of all was 3rd and 9. You know they're going to go for it on 4th down, and he catches the snap. I don't even know if he looked up. He went, and it just started, I'm just going to run.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to look at progressions, and he got tackled right away. Now it's 4th and 9. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Throw a
We know
4-yard pass right there.
Andy-
Make it 4th and manageable. You know what I mean?
Well, obviously,
the worst.
Andy loves to coach, but I think the guy would have been a legendary GM if that's all he did, because that's what the guy does. The guy builds organizations, just can't get it done in crunch time. You know me, I'm the anti-punters of all punters. But it was 4th and 9, right? 2:40 left, 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. You cough and corner the Titans there, and you try to get the ball back. You know, you might get it at midfield if you play good enough defense. Who knows if they do? All right,
Well,
but I'll
Derrick
take my
Henry was
chances.
running all over him,
Yeah,
but
I'll take
still,
my
I think-
chances
I think
better
my
than getting a
chances-
4th and 9 with Alex Smith, like you said.
And I love Rodney Harrison trashing Darrell Revis. For Darrell Revis giving the Olay with the only chance of you winning that game is you making that tackle, and he Olayed them.
Beautiful.
And I love Rodney
That's
Harrison
what I said.
trashing him
I mean,
for it.
people hate him, but that's what we love guys like that on air, because that's real talk right there. I got no time for PC bullshit, and you want to get in the locker room and you want to be buddy-buddies with guys because you're a former player. Fuck that. Rodney tells it like it is, and I love Rodney. He was a dirty player, but I love him on air. You know what I mean? Like, expose Revis for what he is. You know what I mean? All those 10 years or whatever it was, he was just, he was on an island in cargo shorts. You know what I mean? When it's time to lace him up, he want nothing to do with it. And you saw it yesterday. I mean, like, embarrassing.
Jacob Boss on YouTube. I think we beat Atlanta, talking about the Eagles. Then hopefully Carolina finds its way into the NFC Championship game. No Saints.
Yeah, we don't want the Saints.
Well,
I mean, we'd rather not
That'd
see
be the best case
No, no
scenario,
Saints.
right, boys? That'd be the best case.
I'll be honest with you. No, I think best case is I want to see Minnesota. I
Here,
really do.
yeah, here,
I want
I
to see
do.
Minnesota here because I don't care what anyone says. You know that they're not sold on Case Keenum when the coach is still saying, like, I don't know who's going to play quarterback. You know, I mean, I know Case Keenum's going to play quarterback, but now you got Sammy Sleeves healthy. The Sleeves is healthy too, and they don't know.
That was great you brought that up, because that drove me crazy.
That's embarrassment. How do you not say Case Keenum's your quarterback?
That's a
point in the
terrible
year.
quote. Like, are you shitting me, bro?
Are you kidding me?
Like, it's playoff time. Like, you can't answer that question.
Seriously, everyone
Get
get your
out of
head of
here,
your
man.
ass.
You're that
I
smug.
mean, there's people that are shoveling
You're that smug of an asshole
Keenum's
that you
driveway
can't-
because they don't want him doing anything. People in Minnesota believe. So
How can you
it's
not?
terrible.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather say Case Keenum
He
over
said
Cam Newton.
people are shoveling
or
Case's
Drew Brees.
driveway. I like that.
They don't want him doing nothing. So, I mean, it's like.
I just don't understand how he doesn't say Case Keenum's their guy at this point.
Couldn't believe
And it's like, and we got Teddy and we got Sam there. Like,
Bro,
well,
you
you
gonna-
not say what?
Bro, you're gonna make
what?
You're gonna make the guy
What?
come in
Teddy
every
Bridgewater
game.
hadn't played in 2 years, and Sammy Sleeves is Sammy Sleeves.
Neither one of
that's
them ever played in the playoffs.
I know. What is he doing?
And you're gonna make a guy come to the stadium on game day every time without a suit on too, because he doesn't think he's gonna make it through the game. And every time he's wearing like a backwards, like, button-up hat type shit and
Snapback?
and snapbacks and t-shirts. And it's like, this guy doesn't even believe he's getting through the game.
That
because he's got two guys.
should be his nickname, Case Keenum.
Snapback?
Snapbacks and T-shirts. Tommy made a nickname. game.
That's what Case Keenum does. James Schulhoff, I hope I got that right. Everyone counting the Eagles out. I think we're going to light it up Saturday afternoon. I agree with you. I think we win, man.
But even though what we just said about Case Keenum, I'd still rather see the Vikings.
Me too.
Because I just think I'd rather see the Vikings over seeing the Saints or Carolina, to be honest with you, because I just don't trust Case Keenum as much. Maybe Carolina, but I think the Saints are going to beat Carolina.
The only team I didn't want to see was Minnesota in Minnesota.
I don't want to see them in Minnesota. They're a different monster in Minnesota.
That's a different story.
Of the guys left, of course you're not scared of Keenan. They play tremendous defense, and
their D's really good,
and they run the ball. So, but of the three guys, you'll take Keenan over anybody, even though scam is scam. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's been in the playoffs. He's
gotten there before.
The Super Bowl. He's gotten through there before, and their defense, that linebacking core, is the best in the business. So they're a little bit scary too. And Brees is a Hall of Famer, so he just had to do what he hadn't been typical Drew Brees this year because those two guys are absolute animals. I mean, what a combo those two guys are. So they're scary.
No, they are scary. Let's go on the predictions. Wildcard, Jags, Bills, kick off about 15.
Jags.
Yeah, Jags. Tyrod Taylor doesn't have any business advancing.
Yeah, he's a terrible quarterback. I like how people think he's good. It's terrible. Yeah. He's not as bad as Peterman, but he's bad. Now, I think the Buffalo's going to keep this game tight. So all my degens out there, maybe a little Buffalo action. But I think Jacksonville will win the game. A low-scoring game, maybe 2014, 2013, something like that.
I got the Jags. I'm a Jags guy.
Jags cover?
Maron. I'm thinking it's close as well.
Yeah, Bills will cover at least, but then Jags will win.
I got Jags winning. I think the Jags somehow cover this one.
24-16 maybe. Was it 8.5?
It's 8.5, I think it is currently.
Yeah.
It was 9.
I'm thinking some turnovers, Buffalo, some good field position, Jacksonville. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll
tell you what it is. I'll tell you official lines right now. Hold on. Oh, Jacksonville's 8, minus 115, and New Orleans minus 6.5.
I like second game in terms of the line. I like the Panthers in the second game when it comes to the line.
I like New Orleans, and I like New Orleans. I like to bet New Orleans as well.
I'm changing it up. I'm moving like 23-13 Jags. They cover.
Let's go. I'm going cover with the Jags as well.
New Orleans. In the later game, I like New Orleans to win the game, and I like New Orleans to win by 2 touchdowns. I think there'll be points on both sides. I'm thinking 31-17, something like that.
Yeah, I'm on the Saints train as well.
I got the Saints as well. 28-20.
Cover job. 2 dogs yesterday, 2 favorites today.
Yeah, that could be true.
Yeah, I'm the 1-1 today though. I'm Jags. I'm Jags with a cover at 1, and I believe Carolina might even win that football game later today.
Good, but they know each other well.
They're covering that 6. These teams are very evenly matched. That 6 gets covered. That line's way too high for that football game. Way too high. I like the Saints a lot. They're tough.
That line screams Saints.
It does scream Saints a little bit, but
had a chance.
That's a cover job.
Had a chance to win a division last week and took a squadoo like Scam does. You know what I mean?
He does, but to your defense's point, when you talk about their defense, I think they keep him in this game, and that's why they covered a 6 today. That's where I got that at. That's why that happens today, boys.
Okay.
Little Sixers, winners of 4 straight. A little excitement back here, boys. Where do they end up? Are they a playoff team? And if so, what seed?
They got to be.
I think they're
horrible year.
I think
they're disappointment.
They're definitely a playoff team. We're going to make the playoffs. I think we're just going to keep getting better and better. Now, since JJ's come back healthy, like before the injury, we were kind of like JJ wasn't shooting great in the beginning of the year. Then he was hurt for about 6 games or whatever. Since he's been back, JJ been hot. Been shooting like the guy that we signed. And with him shooting like that, and Ben's just progressing and getting better every game. And JoJo's Ben's getting aggressive. He's going to get there. And JoJo is JoJo. And Dario's been getting better and better. I think the team is going to I don't think they've peaked yet. I think they're going to keep getting better all for this season. I'm thinking, can we somehow get the 6th seed and win a playoff series? That would be great. But I think we're probably we're 6 to 8 somewhere in that seed. And you know what? Boston and Cleveland, they don't want us to be. They don't want to see us. They're like, hopefully it's not the Sixers. I guarantee that. You don't want to see the upstart young kids.
And we
never do.
We pretty much survived our tough part of the schedule.
It's over.
Look at it, what are we, 17 and 19 or
18 and 19?
19. Yeah. So
they're
pretty much survived
19.
We pretty much
Yeah,
survived
1919.
Yeah.
Are they 500
Yeah,
now?
500,
they got back to 500 with the last one.
Yeah,
it.
then had a
So
little
we
break.
survived it, and I mean terrible losses, but we survived it.
Made up with some good wins, though.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see. And, I know there's a lot of Brett Brown hate early on. And
I mean, we should
so.
have more wins. We've blown games.
Listen,
A lot of
rightfully
them.
so with some things, okay, and some things I didn't really agree with because it's a young team and closing is going to be an issue early on. But they're learning more and more as they go how to close games. The chemistry of playing with each other has grown.
It's growing, yeah.
Remember,
It's growing.
through the stretch of some bad losses, there was no McConnell. Okay, there was no Reddick for a couple games. So there was some. This team isn't good enough.
No JoJo
yet.
for some games.
Not deep enough yet to be able to pull games like that out without some of your core and your stars playing.
Yeah,
So
and you can see and you can see that TJ's getting more and more minutes. I mean, the guys on this couch, and there's certain guys in the area that are monster TJ fans like us, right? But if you're not watching, Bayless stinks.
Yeah, and
what
TJ
brings to
McConnell
the
is
table-
all heart.
Yeah.
Guys, you can't measure a heart.
that's-
It doesn't fit on this fucking table, his heart. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
The dude, he just makes winning plays.
Well, that's
I don't
how-
care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Winning plays. You watch him play, he makes winning plays.
But that's how it started out. You know what I mean? The heart and the toughness and all that stuff. Now the guy's become a pretty good NBA player.
Hey,
you know what
he's
I mean?
shooting really
he's shooting
well
better,
from
yeah.
three.
He's shooting better, and,
And he knows, and he knows,
creates.
and he's not like Rocco and
no,
TLC. As every time they get there,
he's
he's
open.
popping the ball up. When he's open, he'll shoot the three.
Yeah,
if
that's
not, he won't shoot it.
Yeah, he distributes. I mean, listen,
I love me
turned
some
himself
TJ.
into-
You know
yeah,
me. I
he
love me
turned-
some
yeah,
TJ.
we-
I think he
I'm a big
brings
TJ
a
guy.
Preaching
calm.
to the
I
choir.
think he
Yeah, we
brings a
love him.
calm to the offense.
Absolutely.
I really do. I believe when he's in there, it's a little more controlled, and that's a part of him being a vet now. And this isn't a guy who, he gets, because he's not athletic enough. I mean, this guy was a Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. This guy can D it up. His family tree, in terms of athletes, is big. I mean, this isn't a guy who can't play like people make it out to be, the people who just don't like him. This guy stabilizes this team, brings stability to this team when he's on the court. You can see it. You can see it. You don't got to love him because he's not flashy. He's not going to come up on Sports Center on a top 10, but he does all the little things right, and he's a gnat on defenders. He's a little gnat that you just can't get off of you, and that gets in a guy's head a little bit.
He basically won that game on Christmas.
Yeah, he's a
he
winner.
basically won that game. He just tormented Jarrett Jack right down the court, stole it from him, threw to Ben for the dunk to put us up 7 with a minute left. Basically won the game. That bucket wins the game.
Yep. He's been fighting his whole life. So, I mean, he's a winner. The guy's a winner. So, you want that guy part of this, and I'm glad he is. So,
Yeah, like when
excited.
Markel's ready to go, like Bayless better be the odd man out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, for sure.
Because TJ ain't going nowhere.
yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking 6 seed.
Yeah, between 6th and 8th seed for sure, and they've just got the potential to get so much better. If you get anything from Markelle Fultz in the second half of the year, I mean, you could add like a whole nother layer to this team from what you already see. You already see a growing group between Ben and Embiid, and as Brett Brown continues to figure out how the best way to play some of these guys. I mean, it's still a young group. It just needs time to figure out how to win in this league. I mean, it takes time to get rid of a losing culture.
It does.
Doesn't happen overnight.
You can't just tank and go to the locker room after every game, after a loss, after a loss, after a loss, over 3-4 seasons of it for some of these guys, or 2 for some of these guys, 3, whatever the case may be, and that culture of losing, and just expect to be like, okay, we're ready to go now.
Well, it doesn't.
Now,
Now
now we're going to learn how to
but
close.
like this is a
Now
grown
we're
man.
gonna-
This is a grown man league. Like I
Yeah,
love
it is.
some of these guys are like talking about how we're blowing games and they're losing their minds. It's like, guys, these are all 21 and 22-year-olds, guys.
That's right.
Like, I mean, they're obviously we all see their potential. It's great, but like. You gotta let them grow.
Dude,
it's not gonna happen overnight, man. Like it's not like you think the Warriors became great overnight.
Yeah.
They were all there. Steph was there. Clay was there.
Lost some
Draymond was
games,
there
man.
for like a year and a half, but they stunk.
lost some games,
They stunk
yeah.
for 2.5, 3 years, and guess what? Then they grew together, learned how to play together, became pretty damn good. Like that's what's gonna happen with this team. But you just got it's gonna take some time.
Tremendous point. And I'm going right where I was. I'm gonna tie it in right where I was gonna go. I'm gonna throw a name out to you guys. Talk about full circle, and obviously I hope they would go south because then maybe they can dump him. Lou Williams, flat out pimp, flat out professional scorer.
Yeah.
All right, when he was here, he was a pup, and he was a pup just
Yeah.
like you're talking about. You know what I mean? So he had a lot of growing pains, and he was still a good player. Wow, over the last couple seasons, I mean, dude's averaging 25, 26, professional scorer.
I think 22
I mean,
off the bench
love
this
to
year,
trade
right?
for him. Love to
22
get-
off
love
the
to
bench
grab him.
this
You know
year.
what I mean? I wish he
Jamal,
would go
he's
south.
Jamal
a little bit.
Crawford 2.0. That's what he's became.
Love me some Lou Williams.
Jamal Crawford 2.0.
Yeah.
James Shaw.
Just gives you that third option. Or
No,
fourth
he
option,
fills it up.
Well, they're
Well, he
going to
does.
need another option soon, and That will come, but I believe in the three guys we talked about, Dario.
I love Dario's game. I think Dario's getting better and better too.
The other scores in the building.
Yeah.
Just when is it going to happen?
I
understand
that. Yeah,
so.
he's there. He's here.
You know what I mean?
He's here.
Yeah.
I know people don't want to believe it, but Markelle Fultz, we talked about it on draft night. We talked about it leading up to the draft. When there was talk to us moving up to get him.
Gets to the dude's athletic. He gets to the rim and he can shoot in college. It doesn't go away.
What translates? We talk about De'Aaron Fox's speed. The speed kill that translates, right? Well, with Foles, his ability to get to the rack translates, and his ability to score translates.
Plus, he's 6'5" and he's athletic. He should become a very good defender in this league.
And even
he should,
like I said, and
Dario stronger.
And Dario's going to be that guy too. I mean, he's continuing to figure it out too. He doesn't realize.
Plus, I love
Dario.
Dario's got a little killer instinct in him because he pops threes with a minute left all the time.
I think with Dario, a lot of it was figuring out where he fits with the whole process.
Yeah, because it's tough. He goes from last year, we're at the second half of the year. He's the guy who's dominating the ball most of the time. Now he's getting used to between Ben and Embiid being kind of like that third option. I mean, it's an adjustment for sure.
I thought that showed early on in the year, too, where it took a little bit more time for him to get going.
Yeah, they mix him up between the bench and starting, and then they finally one thing Brett Brown has done really well this year that people maybe not give him enough credit for is how he's gotten Dario up to speed here and becoming a stronger contributor than he was to start the season.
Absolutely. He's been playing great. The last 10 games he's been playing great.
I think a lot of credit needs to go to Brett Brown on how he's handled these kids. And I'll give a little credit to Brian Colangelo, even though I hate the rat-faced bastard. But I will give him credit for bringing in a vet like J.J. Redick, a guy who's been to postseason games, played in big postseason games, and a vet's vet. And Amir Johnson, even though we don't like him, but he's a vet, and he's played in big games. And you just want to see how these guys go about their day-to-day business, and that's more of them. Now, J.J., it shows you on the court, that signing. Amir's not going to show you on the court. Okay, Amir has to go about his daily business as a vet. And the guy's been the last guy taken out of high school. So, he knew what it was like to be a puppy in this league and still be in it this long after. So, is he a good NBA player? No, he's a guy, dude. He's a guy. But he's a vet. And you got to bring them guys in to show these kids how to turn the tank off. Right? And that's why I will give credit to Brian Colangelo for the vets that he brought in here.
John, I'm with you, though. They have blown way too many leads, but they're young. They're going to blow leads, and I'm the first one to be very critical of Brett. I feel like down the stretch of games, Brett lacks in the running a play. He lacks in the X and O's. I will say that, but we just got to hope that he gets better in it. Really.
Yeah, I think it's part of it just a feel for the game too. Because early in the season, like McConnell, he'd be having some huge impacts on some of these games. Then Brown would take him out during the crucial moments of the game where he could really use a guy who could create you an extra possession or two, or just who was going to keep up that defensive intensity at the end of games. And then you'd have the Bayless is out there instead, and head scratching things like that you hope that he's able to clean up
over
time.
I'm one of the first guys to crush Brett, but he's up until this year. He hadn't really had to coach, even though every game to me should be a meaningful game. He hadn't had to coach any meaningful games. He was under Pop and he learned from him, but he didn't have to coach any meaningful games. Right? So now now it's like, hey, you're expected to do this or do that. Now that's when the spotlight's heating up on you more than other guys. Like just casual, not casual, but Sixer fans, we're watching all the time the last couple of years. So we were able to pick things apart. Now there are a lot more national TV games, a lot of more primetime games. So a lot of people are seeing it more than us, So now it's just, now he's got to be able to make those adjustments and learn from them too.
And he's got to learn how to close.
Yeah.
And I think that all comes as they grow together. Learn how to close together. I think that's so important as his team grows. And, that's why I'm not in the business of firing coaches, dude. I'm in the business of seeing can they grow together.
I would fire everybody, but I hear you. Some guys would make it past halftime. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm on board, yeah.
I'm a firing son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm like Trump when he had the show. You're fired.
Len is in the building. What up, Len?
What up, Len?
Happy New Year.
Len, I did mention earlier on it was something with Aguilar's girl. And that
he's covering
we'd be willing to,
look at this. We'd be willing to bring
look
her.
At this guy.
Thought he had a hall pass.
Look at this guy.
Thought he had a hall pass.
Who's covering? I'm coming out clean with it. I said that we're willing to have her over. That's all I said. We're willing to take her upstairs if we need to. Whatever keeps the guy going.
Yeah, hall pass. Hall pass.
I said when you see the picture of her, you're in. I said when you see the picture of her, you're in. That's all I said.
He was signing you up for a lesbian event, just so you know.
Tippy toe. Just stick your toe in. Feel the water. See how warm it is.
We'll pretend like it's college, and we're experimenting.
It's glorious.
That's funny.
All right, Robbie, how you want to do the questions? Want to do them? You want me to do them? How you want to do this, boys?
Yeah, I think it's Rob's thing, so just have him and DB share, and then DB can answer. DB can answer.
I'm going to go pass.
All right. Try not to fall.
What's up, boys? Happy New Year.
Pove.
What up, Poe? Happy New Year, brother.
Absolutely.
Had to give you back the captaincy. Come on, buddy. You know what I mean? I'm like your agent. I can't have this.
I appreciate
I can't have you in the corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. I can't have this.
With all this threesome talk, is this public agent? All right, boys, let's start off with a primer question. You know, it's cold out. Brings up the 23rd Winter Games that are scheduled to commence February 9th in South Korea. So what's your guys' favorite winter game to watch?
Curling. Only, you want to know why? Seriously, it's because I feel like I've been saying it for years. I'm like, I feel like if we get some guys together, we could be the U.S. curling team. Seriously. And just go to Olympic Village and hang out.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they just hand out condoms. They're just all fucking each other in Olympic Village. Like, it'd probably be a good time, you know? And
the
you know,
fact that I don't understand.
couple Swedish skiers, you know, we invited them over to the U.S. curling den, you know? I just think that we could do that. Like, I don't think it's that tough. Because the U.S. stinks, and it's not like it's not like it's Canada. We're trying to go on. You know, we're getting on the U.S. team. I think we can do it. But I like the skiing events, though.
I think you're spot on. Plus, I feel like I don't understand curling, so I feel like if I don't understand it, we can do it.
I just feel like I'm pretty decent at shuffleboard, and I feel like I should translate.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. No, I heard some surprising answers. I would have thought hockey right off the
Yeah, I
bat.
would have gone hockey for sure.
I do love hockey,
steal your thunder,
but the
man.
NHL guys aren't playing, right?
Ski jump.
So we got the young guys out there, right?
Yeah, plus you got Brian Giunta coming out of retirement to captain Team USA. So
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah, it should be
I like that move. Oh, NHL guys can't play. I'm retired. I'm playing.
Yeah.
I like that move.
Yeah.
It's a power move by Giunta.
Since I just watched Miracle the other night, I mean, I would,
There you
give me the young guys. Give me some college guys.
No, but I'm down with the skiing, though, like Will said, though. When it was the games in Vancouver, I actually went out there and skied down Whistler Mountain and everything. It was such a great scene, but I'm down with you with that.
Bobsled, luging, all that. That's just insane. I mean, it's like
yeah.
The luge is crazy,
it's
man.
like 100 miles an hour.
That luge is wild. Bobsled's crazy, but the luge is crazy, though. That's just wild.
Absolutely.
I was a Cool Runnings fan growing up. You know, Jamaica, we have a bobsled team.
All right, boys. Let's. We got you prime now. On to number 2.
Switch.
You saw it.
Switch with that.
There you go.
I'm not going to stand here like a jackass.
We prefer it.
That's great.
He's back.
Yeah, well, I'm saying. I'm not gonna sit in the middle like,
Let's play round robin with the mics. It's all good.
Just pass them around.
Yeah.
Hot potato.
There you go. Well, it's good that you put on the headset, Tom, because you created this post on our Facebook page, which you can check out after the show. We saw a little Browns 0-16 parade, and it got just as crazy as you thought it would, celebrating futility.
They sick.
Wait, what, did they really have a parade for 0-16? Did they really?
They sick.
Why?
It's, God.
That's like, and guess what? Maybe my favorite thing I've seen this past week is that someone said, because, you know, see, Marvin Lewis got a. You think how did Marvin Lewis get a contract?
Last week we reported
they said he was going to be done. So then he gets a contract, and someone said Marvin Lewis got a 2-year contract for getting the Bills to the playoffs. I thought that was hilarious.
That's it.
But like, I feel like since the only way that he can get that contract and he justified it, Cincinnati's like, well, you look at the other side of the state, and Cleveland's got 1 win in the last 2 years. Marvin's doing a good job.
Right.
It's not bad.
Well, it's funny you brought up the Bengals because the question that I have out of this parade is where does this team, the 2017 Cleveland Browns, measure up to the all-time worst teams any sport?
no, you didn't win. You're the worst.
Yeah, they're tied with Detroit for the worst ever. The 2 teams that never won a game.
It's hard to go 16 weeks without falling into one.
I
You
know,
what mean?
seriously.
Like that's being like
It's NFL. They're all paid to play.
Yeah.
There's got to be some turnovers that go your way 1 week or something. A broken tackle. Like, how is it?
Yeah.
How do you not win a game?
You're in a whorehouse.
It's crazy.
You're in a whorehouse with your dick out. I mean, sooner or later you're gonna find something.
Christ almighty.
Sooner or later, somebody's gonna open their door.
Browns can't get laid in the whorehouse with a pocket of cash.
There's a fucking glory hole somewhere, bro. Fuck, man.
No, it's a week-to-week league. We talk about ebb and flow, and you should be able to walk into one. You've had so many high picks. And listen, it's the worst organization in all fucking sports. The fact that you bring in a moneyball motherfucker to handle your day-to-days on an NFL goddamn football team is the craziest shit I've ever been a part of. You trade opportunities to get franchise caliber quarterbacks but your analytics don't match Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson. All your analytics come back and your computer pops out. It's goddamn draft picks.
Deshaun Kaiser.
Draft picks.
And then you still want to deny it. Like, that's fine if you want to, you passed on him. It's over. You can't go back. But now you want to sit there and say, we're good without Wentz. We're okay. We're okay.
Yeah, like
We got Kaiser, and guess what? They have they get Josh Gordon back, and we all see it. Josh Gordon can play. Josh Gordon to player.
Well,
so they have a decent receiving core. If you add him in,
listen, 1 and 4 is easy for me in this draft for them. For me, it is. Because you got to create an identity.
You go
right?
Barkley, and
I go Barkley, and I go to DN from Clemson, I think, who's the best DN on the board. And I say, listen to me, I'm going to create an identity that I can run the football and I come get your quarterback. That's what they got to be able to do. You want to change a losing culture, you better be able to go get that quarterback. I'm saying,
no doubt.
I think you go quarterback and you go Barkley.
I got you on the quarterback, but I'm saying I'm gonna go what I know, right? I'm gonna go to my other side of my football, and I'm gonna get 2 bookends that come get you, supposedly, right? The one's the number 1 pick in the draft, Myles Garrett, and then you talk another one in a 4-hole, right? And now I got a running back who, in my opinion, is the best player in this draft.
Yeah, I'm with you. They're not going to do it.
They won't do it, but
I don't take a chance.
That's where I go.
I
The
don't
last
take a
Penn
chance.
State running back that went to Ohio didn't fare well.
I don't take a
Went
chance.
to an
I go
Ohio
Barkley,
team, I should
absolutely.
say.
I go Barkley because I don't believe in
They
the
think
other
they're going to get him at 5 because of the way these guys are.
I think they get him at 5 too.
Yeah. So that's what they're doing. Right?
I think they get Barkley at 5.
4. It's 4.
Is it 4? Okay, so I think they get Barkley at 4. And I think they're going to take. I hope they don't take Darnold, but I think they're going to. But I hate USC quarterbacks. I just think he's not going to be good strictly because he went to USC.
Any chance to go after Kirk Cousins?
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
I would back the truck up.
I don't.
And still draft Barkley at 4.
Well, that's
Like,
right.
do
Yeah,
both.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
You need a quarterback, but I don't think it's there. You know what I mean? It's there. Rosen has the tools, but he doesn't have the cojones. He don't have the attitude. He don't have the passion. Right? He probably comes from money. He's smart. He can be a doctor. So after like 2 years, he's like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to play anymore. You know?
And Darnold's
a
never done
fat
nothing.
redhead. He's a fat
Never done
redhead that
nothing.
turns it over. I mean, how
The
can you be
fat
any good?
ginger from USC. I'm not drafting him.
Listen, this is what happens.
Crazy. That's crazy talk.
They get built. They get all locked in the size and arm strength, and never can the guy win fucking football games? Like the guy, with all due respect to Sam Darnold, he hasn't won shit. He's just started playing essentially.
Yeah, he needs another year.
And it's a fall in love thing, and it's too soon. You want to talk to me, Sam Darnold, after another year at USC? Hey, maybe I'll buy in. Maybe you'll win some big games, not turn the football over as much. I'll buy in. I look at Baker Mayfield and I say, if I'm really going to draft a quarterback, and I have to, I got a gun to my fucking head.
You can take him in a second.
My point, I got a gun to my head and I got to draft one. And it's going to be the first quarterback off the board. And that's what you're making me do. It's Baker Mayfield. Because I'm looking at everything else.
I actually like the kid from Wyoming a little bit, but
Me too.
But he was hurt, but he had a bad year this year. He had a good year 2 years ago.
Size. You want to talk about size?
Yeah,
I stay over in the Big 12, and I go Mason Rudolph. Then you want to talk about size and body? You don't get bigger. I'm saying if you want to get locked in on size and arm strength, you look at Mason Rudolph, you fall in fucking love. You do. With the arm strength and the body, I'm saying. I'm not saying he's my guy.
I got you.
But them 2 guys to me and the kid from Wyoming are better than Rosen and Darnold. They just are.
I kind of like Rosen, but like you said,
Never say healthy.
you said what?
I don't think he's there. He's not into it.
Is he there? Is he there? But Darnold
Browns,
hasn't shown me enough.
If I'm the Cleveland Browns,
Darnold needs more season.
You go my direction. You go my direction with your first 2 picks because really you got 4 in the top 35, right? I mean, if you don't walk out with real NFL caliber talent with them 4 picks, there's a problem. You might need to fire the new GM. But moving forward, what I do and I make them listen. I put them right in the confrontation that quick with 3 moves. 3 moves. No, because there was a quarterback.
He's going from winless to playoffs over here,
But
guys.
listen, this-
fucking hire him.
This is
Cleveland,
the league, though.
hire him.
This is the league, though. This is how the league
Kevin
goes.
Costner over here.
I get Saquon Barkley. I get the best end on the board. I forget his name, but okay. And now I got bookends. Okay, and then I go.
Well, you could take Minka Fitzpatrick as well.
Well, then I get really cute and I lock you down out there too. That's fine. Any way you want to go with 4.
Because
but I
last,
go to the
last
other side of
year,
the football.
but their other
I
first round
stay
pick
over
last year
Make
was
that
a safety,
defense legit.
right? Well, they played him at linebacker, Joel Peppers.
and Garrett.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
I got
maybe
no
you
problem. I got a problem. Minka, he's the best quarterback.
I think
in the
Minka
draft.
Fitzpatrick can play.
He can flat out
Yeah.
play. But then what I do is, okay, and I don't care what they do with their second rounds. Okay, I'm not going to go that deep. But then what I do is, to their point, is I back the goddamn truck up for Kirk Cousins. I just do it because I back it up. I got an established quarterback who can.
Kirk Cousins can play,
right?
and they got some
I'm
weapons,
telling
man.
You, with Josh Gordon and Saquon Barkley, and now say Minka Fitzpatrick
And David and Joko, and I like the other
Corey
Corey
Coleman,
Coleman.
yeah.
Corey Coleman, like
Hey,
I mean,
hey, Baltimore, we're better than you. We just got better than you like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Hey, and Pitt, we're gonna see you. We won't beat you, but we'll see you. We'll come play with you.
Yeah, you
We'll
can't
we're not scared of you now.
Yeah, you can't just keep drafting, futility. I mean,
Gotta
the picks
create
are
an
going
identity.
There's guys that play in this league with an established resume. That's what you got to do. Instead of just continuing to draft quarterbacks, you're like, maybe this guy will be good.
You know what
what I
you
mean?
do, though?
and Cleveland
No.
still has a rabid fan base, even though they stink. They have won one game in the last 2
No,
years.
I
The dog pound still shows up.
I draft the quarterback.
Throw him a freaking bone.
I draft the quarterback with one of my 2 second rounders. Okay, and that's the guy who can go under Kirk Cousins. I groom him for the next 4.
Right.
That's simple.
Well, you just let Sean Kaiser be that guy.
It
then.
could be. but
Unless
then-
you don't like him. I don't like him. But
I don't like him. That's why I use it. But you have so much need that maybe I don't in the second round because you need offensive line. I mean, they got issues. You don't go 0-16 without problems. But you can solve.
He's not the only one.
You can solve 0-16 with Kirk Cousins, Saquon Barkley, and say Minka Fitzpatrick, and now I just become probably better than the Ravens.
Well, they're one monster
I'll
that they
probably
used to have. They
playoff
let freaking go to Atlanta, who carried Devonta Freeman into the end zone last night. Alex Mack, stud center. He might be the best center in football.
No, he is.
And the Browns let him lead him.
go.
You can't let him go. You can't let him leave.
Plus, you'll have a healthy Joe Thomas next year, too.
Yeah,
One
Joe
of the best
Thomas will be
offensive
back.
line, yeah.
Well, listen, Jesus Christ, we go on for the Browns all day.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can dissect that and make them a playoff team. It might take us
Absolutely.
2 fucking years.
Well,
Well, to watch GMs get fired.
Might take us
2 years.
might take us 20 years.
It takes them too long. I'll make them one in Madden there tomorrow if you really want to get cute.
Well, we're not going to diverge too far from football here. In the spirit of Marcus Mariota making playoff history by throwing a TD pass essentially to himself,
Yes.
what's the craziest play you've ever seen in NFL playoff history?
I'll go first, and I'm gonna pass this so Denny can say too. I'm going by a guy that I couldn't stand at Syracuse because I thought he stunk. We're going helmet catch, David Tyree. It has to be. I mean, just whew, crazy.
Yeah, because it was
I'll go Edelman.
absolutely.
I'll go Edelman last year.
I'll go Music
right.
City Miracle.
That's
I
where
mean,
I was
holy
gonna go.
shit! Oh my goodness gracious! I mean, that's wide check across the field.
Kevin Dyson.
Dice is still running.
My goodness.
Kevin Dice is still running. That Edelman catch is similar to the Tyree one, just filth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Music City was going to be mine too. Yeah, I mean that's unforgettable. That wide check, that dump off, the thing that broke Bills fans. They haven't been to the playoffs since that event.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
this is the first time since then. It's been like 20 years.
Yes, I think it was what was that? Early 2000s.
Yeah.
But 99.
Yeah.
Maybe 99.
Yep.
Crazy.
Next
Remnants of the Stanford band coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Or the Bills rally, or the Bills comeback. You know, what I mean, that guy earlier was talking about
Frank
that.
Reich.
Talking about
Oh,
the
yeah,
house.
that's crazy,
Guy was talking
too.
about the House of Pain. It was 38-3.
Frank Wright and Andre Rison.
Frankie went. All right, I got this.
We're going to revisit that in question number 5.
Frank Reich and
definitely.
Andre Rison, I think, had like 200 yards in the second half.
Yeah.
This game ain't over.
Next one, Robbie.
All right, 100 to 1, 10 to 1, 2 to 1, or no chance. Odds that Bill Belichick leaves the Patriots to coach the New York Giants.
No chance. Jinx.
I don't believe all
No,
of
there's
this
no
going
chance.
on
There's no
up there.
chance. I think
It's a lot.
I think if he does end up leaving, he'll leave once Brady retires, and he'll retire.
Yeah. I don't know about
all
that,
over-
but
it's all
it
over.
Might go
sounds
GM
Sounds
somewhere,
like-
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, sounds like something he could do, but yeah, I mean, he's linked to 12. I
It's
mean,
over-
When
it's
12's done,
overblown.
when 12's
He's not going
12's
anywhere.
I mean, are they really that butthurt about that guy's trainer? I mean, come on. He's
I know Brady's upset about the
Leave him alone.
trainer, but
Yeah,
whatever. Who
leave him
cares?
Right. Well,
just
trading
amazing.
also Kraft telling Belichick you got to trade Garoppolo. It's threatening Brady. Yada yada. Kraft came out and dismissed all that, but still, there's been these rumblings.
Yeah, I
highly
dismiss
doubt
it too.
Robert Kraft came out and said you have to trade Garoppolo.
I do like
It's
how
hurting
I
Tom.
do like how
that.
Bill.
when you keep-
Well,
yeah,
but
why when you
it is fact though that Cleveland offered a first round for him last year, and Belichick said no, and he said I don't want him going to Cleveland, which I love because Belichick got fired by Cleveland. Fuck you, I ain't helping you. I like that.
Why would you send him to
And
the
guess what?
AFC?
Every guy,
Why would you send him to
and you
the
know what else
AFC?
he does, which is also great. So he didn't send Garoppolo to Cleveland, but everybody that fucks up on a team that's a good player, he'll send you to Cleveland in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Jamie Collins, Cleveland. What's else got sent to Cleveland too?
Middle linebacker.
Yeah, Jamie Collins.
Jamie Collins,
But
yeah.
then who else did? Richard Seymour, the end of his career.
Cleveland.
We'll send you off to Cleveland.
McCourty, right? Jason
McCourty,
right? Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, maybe down the road, like if he doesn't retire after his tenure at New England expires, I could see maybe coaching where it all began as an assistant under Parcells. I could see that, but not right now. I'm with you boys on that.
I don't see him going to the Giants, and then I'll cry if he does. But
I mean, he's in an absolute gold mine. So I mean, the
yeah,
question
why
is,
would you leave?
Does he want to challenge himself? Is he bored? I don't know. I mean, half these teams have given you three Super Bowls. I mean, I know you lost.
I mean, listen,
I know
if
you
they-
lost the helmet catch and all that stuff like that. But I mean, two teams have handed you
handed you
Super Bowls
Yeah.
literally from the cunt line. They threw from the cunt line and 28-3 last year. Come on. I
Yeah.
mean, so.
Next one, Robbie.
And then
Get the hell out
and
of here.
Vinatieri
and
won two of them.
One more thing.
So
one more
between the two
is
and Adam won two.
I wouldn't be shocked if they won it this year and Brady retired. I know everyone keeps saying he's going to play more years, but what else is there to do if you're Brady? And except what happens to every quarterback ever is that at one point you just not as good anymore, and it happens quick. Yeah. And he's pushing it, obviously, considering he's 40. But like, if you win it all this year, don't you want to not have that Peyton Manning year where you kind of stink? You know, I know Peyton still won the Super Bowl, but he was a shell of him former self.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, do you want that year if you're Brady, or do you want to walk away with your fucking supermodel wife? Like, I mean, I think I walk away.
You want to be 20 hours balls deep in her, or you want to go through the motions? I don't know.
Go to some Michigan games and knock up Giselle. I mean, like what?
Or take over Michigan. Right.
Yeah, Christ.
Jimmy Cricket. Jimmy is horrible.
I hate Harbaugh.
All right, boys, last one, and then I'll hand over the mic. 1, 2, 3. Rank the following NFL playoff choke jobs like we saw yesterday in Kansas City. The 93 AFC Wildcard game that you just referenced, Bills versus Oilers, where they were down 35-3 at halftime, and the Bills came back to win in OT. I know you'll like this one, the 2006 NFC Wildcard game, Cowboys versus Seahawks, where the world discovered how to pull the Romo. And last year's Super Bowl 51, 28-3. What rank them 1, 2, 3 in terms of biggest NFL playoff choke job?
Well, one, anytime you're up 35-3, you shouldn't
38,
lose.
was it? It might have been 38.
No, I think it
35?
ended up 38.
41-38 or something.
Yeah,
I
but it
guess.
was definitely crazy.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
38 or 35-3 at halftime.
Yeah, once you're up 35-3, you should never lose that game. So that's one. 2 to me, 28-3 in last year's Super Bowl, and 3's the Cowboys one.
Yeah.
Just for the magnitude, it's got to be the Super Bowl. And
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
and
that's
the
me
total,
too. Me
and the
too.
total idiocity. It's not even a word, but whatever. I'll make fucking shit up here because that's how awful it is that I still can't believe it happened. I cannot believe what Kyle Shanahan did. I just can't. So that's always going to be number one, and then the other ones are still playoff collapses. Yes, I mean you got to go Oilers. I mean that's outrageous.
Yeah, I just put
you
a
find a way
150
to score
score
one
was-
more
I love-
touchdown. You find a way to score one
mean,
more touchdown, you win the game.
I love Romo crying in his helmet like this, like everyone does. All right, but that's 3, and I'll go 2.
He fumbled the snap.
I'll go 2. Houston's collapse, and 1 is just because you said 28-3 in the Super Bowl. You can't lose the Super Bowl. If we lost the Super Bowl last year with a 28-3 lead, I'm probably not on the couch right now. All right, I might have went off the wall,
You're in a loony bin. Yeah, we fucking
right off the
straight
wall.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Straight
Romo's 3. It's fun, it's enjoyable, but in terms of magnitude, it's pretty insignificant.
Yeah,
And
you
it-
just kind of expected it. You're like, attaboy, dumbass. He can't even hold on those snaps.
And then he almost made it to the end zone. You're like, oh, he's gonna run it, and no, he's not.
Just another teen movie. He almost made it.
So close. So close. All right, boys.
Yeah, so Romo's 3. What's your 1's Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah, Atlanta last year's got to be number 1. And the way it ends in overtime, too, the first Super Bowl to go to overtime, that's the way you go out.
And they
you're-
cover-
And they just run right down the
forget it.
fucking field on you in overtime.
I mean, it was just twenfold. Like I said, if you're a Falcon fan, it's a disgrace. If you bet the Falcons, I mean, not only just a field goal, and then the Patriots got to score a touchdown and put it right in your rump hole.
If you bet the Patriots, Someone did. You're smiling ear to ear with that comeback.
Kyle Shanahan took a lot of people.
I did too.
And I had
but I hate him so much.
I had
was
Devonta
laughing.
Freeman
I was like,
for
I don't
first
care.
TD, which was like plus 300. Woo, woo!
Yeah. But I mean, I was giggling the whole time. I'm like, yeah, well, that
But I had a terrible year betting.
that was money thrown in. That was money well spent in the gutter. Fuck you, Patriots. And then I'm like, oh, okay.
All right. I want to thank everybody for listening.
Shit, yeah.
Go Birds.
Enjoy the playoff games today. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yep.
And we're pumped about Saturday. Let's fucking go here. Let's go. We hope to God we're here next Sunday talking about an NFC Championship game in Philly. That's what we want.
That's all we're talking, baby. Next Sunday, we want to come on talking a win and how we're getting ourselves to Minneapolis in 2 weeks from then.
The road
Hopefully,
goes through Pat Steaks.
hopefully, how we're rolling Minnesota to get to Minneapolis. Hopefully, that's how we're doing it. So let's do it.
Let's do it.
Two flights back to Minnesota.
Yep. That's what you
The
want.
Vikings
And us. And us.
Absolutely.
I'd like to thank BMW of Atlantic City. We're off back 17 the Parkway. Find them online, bmwatlanticcity.com. Gibson Mayer, our certified public accountant. Make him yours, gibsonmayer.com. Thank you, everybody, for chiming in. Comments, questions, concerns. Help make the show for the fan, by the fan.
Referees, nobody's there to see you. I was, sorry, just on the way out. Teddy Valentine, disgraced job the other night. Turned his back on Joel Berry. Terrible.
Disgrace. 4-year senior. He's a senior over there. You just
let him talk to you.
Yeah, let
for
him
a
have.
second. Give me a sec.
You can't have anything
Give
to
me
say. That's all guys do is talk on the basketball court. That guy can't fucking talk.
Yep.
Thank you all. Go back and listen if you just joined us. Talk the Eagles early on. Broke down wild card matchups. Sixers, a little 10-9-8. We have 5 questions. National championship game. All that. Tons of shows this week. Sports Hounds tomorrow. Birds of the Feather Tuesday. Fix and AM and the PM Wednesday. Thursday, you got wrestling. A little hockey happy hour.
Let's wrap this Machado thing up. Let's go.
And you'll see us Sunday. We out. Peace. What time we're now? DB. Rob Povia.
We're going with subtitles.
We'll see you next Sunday. Late.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These 3 guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
All the way.